WMPA broadcast team of Director Thomas Beck, scoreboard operator Robert Benish, and videographers Tanner Beck and AJ Ganger ready to bring you play-by-play, the second non-conference game of the season for both teams. In addition, we want to make a special call-out to AJ Ganger, station manager at the Indian Nation Station in Piqua, who will bring us sideline action for tonight's game. Coach, can you give us an overview of the Spartans?
Absolutely. So last year, Valley View finished third in the SWBL Southwestern Division, finishing 3-2 in the conference and 6-3 overall. They come in tonight's matchup, winning their 9th straight season opener last week versus Springfield Shawnee 25-7. The Spartans have a new head coach this year, Ken Moyer, who spent 6 seasons in the NFL playing for the Bengals and brings a highly talented team into tonight's matchup, led by sophomore quarterback Caden Henson, who was 8 for 14 for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns last week versus Shawnee. In last week's game, throwing to his leading receivers, J.T. Ferguson and Troy Hypes. The Bulldog defense will need to play at their best to hold the Spartan attack at bay. The Bulldogs have not beaten Valley View since 2007. Coach Pierce stated this one has been circled on the calendar for some time, and this is a game we've all been looking forward to. Scott, what's the scouting report?
Andy, the Bulldog offense will be challenged by an aggressive, quick Valley View defense. Coach Pierce said they run to the ball, read offensive keys exceptionally well, and have great team speed. They're going to line up in a 3-4 when Melton is in their spread offense and a traditional 5-2 when Melton has a tight end in the game. Coach Pierce is focused on his run-pass option plays to offset the quick reads of the Spartans and is planning to use some misdirection plays as well as plays that will show one thing but result in the opposite, like pulling both guards one way and running the other. In addition, Melton will engage their tight end much more aggressively this week. Let's keep an eye on number 85, Connor Yates' play tonight. He is the primary target in the run-pass option offense. Also, Coach Pierce mentioned to keep an eye on number 51, Matt Cotterman, a 6'4", 220-pound linebacker for the Spartans. Coach Pierce said he is a leader of this defense and has to be accounted for on every play. Coach Pierce also has in place some unique formations on our punt team tonight. Look for Coach Pierce to potentially use broomball skills in this formation when the opportunity presents itself. Coach Pierce said the Bulldog defense will face an excellent quarterback in Caden Henson, a 6'2 sophomore with great accuracy and the ability to see downfield, throw deep, and scramble and run with the ball out of a pass formation. His targets are J.T. Ferguson at 6'2 and Troy Hypes at 6'5 will present a height advantage over the Bulldog secondary and will require the Bulldog defense to play both contain, gain pressure up front, and jump when they're in coverage. Last week's Bulldog victory was a great opportunity for Melton to get everyone on the field, play at game speed, and work on adjustments. As Coach Pierce said, that one was a good win, but this one tonight is for real. Andy, we received tonight. You want to go read off the starters for the Bulldogs on offense?
Yes, sir. So we have at center Trevor Brazina, at right guard Nick Walters, at right tackle Jesse Kurtz, left guard Jake Brown, left tackle Ethan Lane, tight end Connor Yates. At quarterback we have Nate Mortar, wide receiver we have Cooper Brown and Blake Broomball, and at running back we have Michael Elam and Blake Newmeyer. Looks like the Bulldogs are getting ready to take the field.
3:20 left on the stadium clock here in pregame, and a big crowd here tonight at the stadium. Valley View wearing all white, a very clean look with the blue helmets, and Milton Union about to take the field with the red uniform, white pants, and the black sleeves. And this is going to be a absolute battle.
This is the game everyone's been looking forward to.
Well, here they come, your Milton Union Bulldogs, led by Blake Newmeyer, Matt Pickrell, and the rest of the Bulldogs.
These are the games you look forward to. These are the games as a player and a coach you get excited for. These are the games you remember when you play a great opponent on a big night, big crowd, game of the week. This is why you work out all summer. This is why you put all the time in for games like tonight.
And we don't talk about revenge much as coaches, but last year Valley View was able to handle us not once but twice, once in the regular season and then in the playoffs as well, games that were not really that close. They're a different team, obviously, with a new coaching staff and a new quarterback, but Valley View is known to reload a little bit, so there's a lot of talent over there on that white side of the field.
Valley View's always got athletes. They're going to be fast. They're going to be quick off the ball and just athletic all over the place. They're always like that. They have a really strong tradition. Valley View, they got some state titles, so I think we're in for a great matchup tonight. I'm excited. I'm excited for this one.
Coach Pierce mentioned that he feels like both these defenses are ahead of the offenses, and that should be a nice balance for the game tonight. Should make for an excellent game. You know, we call it a rivalry, but you got to beat your rivals for it to be one. And Coach Pierce and the Bulldogs are hungry tonight.
All-time record between the two teams, 8 and 12. Milton has won 8 times and lost 12.
Coach Pierce mentioned the loss 2 years ago by 1 point in overtime. He said that Broomball caught a pass at the end of regulation that was called back on a penalty, and he has not forgotten that play.
No, it was an awful call. It was a great catch by Broomball. It should have been a touchdown, and we should have won. And
I believe it was homecoming to boot.
And the video, we had video confirmation of the catch. Unfortunately, no video review.
All right, so 30 seconds away from kick, and Valley View will put the ball in play. Caden Phillips, the kicker, 5'10", 129-pound sophomore. And there are a lot of sophomores and juniors on this very young Valley View team, much like the Milton team. Just a lot of underclassmen playing major roles. So the future's bright on both sides.
And we'll see if they want to kick the broom ball or not.
Well,
if I was a betting man, I would say they're not going to kick the broom ball.
The kicking game was a huge difference last week. We started practically every drive in our opponent's side of the field, and that's going to play big tonight. If Broomball can get the kind of return yards he did last week against National Trail, we'll be in great shape. Coach Pierce mentioned that their kicker can reach the goal line, but said their punt game's fair but not great. So it could afford us some opportunity for return yards.
And field position is so important in games like tonight. And there's the whistle from referee Greg Strickland. And we are about underway here at the stadium. A hot night. And Phillips gets to the football and lifts it to Pickerel at the 5. He's at the 10, the 15. Cuts up to the 20, 25, makes a move and almost broke it to the 29-yard line, where the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line.
Nice run by Pickerel.
Pickerel's a senior, didn't play last week. He was ill, and Coach Pierce is glad to have him back in the lineup, and he sure added value on that play.
And so it is officially marked at the 30, where it'll be 1st down and 10. Nate Mortar, shotgun, number 4. Flanked left, Newmeyer. And whistles here to stop play early. We've got a uniform situation for number 3.
Wanted to show his belly, I guess.
Play clock reset to 25, and there's the whistle for play. Snap to Mortar, it's Newmeyer. Cuts up 30, 35-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of almost 6 yards. 2nd down 4 from the 36-yard line.
And good yardage on 1st down. Opens up a lot of options on 2nd down.
So a good gain for the Bulldogs on 1st down and 10. It's 2nd now and 5, officially marked at the 35-yard line. Broomball split left. Pickerel split right. Elam in the slot. Snap to Mortar, and we have a counter play to Elam. He cuts it up, and he's hit about the 37-yard line.
Not much on that one.
Tackle made by number 58, Tyler Brock. 5'10", 190-pound senior. and a number of other Spartans.
3rd and 4. See if we can move the chains.
Watch number 85, tight end coming down here to the bottom of your screen.
2-back set. Mortar's got it. He fakes to Newmeyer. It's an option play to Elam. 35, and he could not break a tackle. And it was a great play by number 3, Austin Stidham, 5'8", 153 junior, and it's going to force a Bulldog punt.
Nice open field tackle by the Spartans there.
Looked like he had some yardage, and it closed quickly. Good play by Stidham. So Broomball back to punt after a 3-and-out here to start the festivities tonight at the stadium.
So there's your punt formation. And let's see what Coach Pierce chooses to do.
It's going to be an illegal play. It's wide open. Brown's got it, and he's down at the 40, but there is a flag on the field.
So let's see if they call this an illegal formation.
I think it's coming back.
The officials are discussing it, and I know that Coach Pierce actually put that play into the book today and this week. So I'm sure the legality of it is correct. Let's see if they waive. They do waive it off.
Waive it off.
Good job by the officials there. And it is a completed pass to Cooper Brown all the way to the Valley View 40.
Nice gutsy call by Coach Pierce. First punt of the game.
22-yard completion to Brown from Broomball. And that was the trick play that Coach talked about pregame, and it worked like a charm.
We have 3 receivers left. Mortar and shotgun. Newmeyer to his right. Mortar's got it. Not comfortable and sacked. And it wasn't there right away, and he decided not to throw the football. And that's number 10, Gavin DeGroat, 6 foot, 207-pound junior with a sack and a -4, 2nd and 14.
Mortar thought about it for a second and decided against it.
Sometimes your best throws are your no throws. 2nd and 14. Mortar, shotgun. He's got it. He's going to hand it to Newmeyer, who breaks a tackle and busts down to the 30.
Another nice strong run by Newmeyer.
Third down and 7 from the 37-yard line. First drive of the game, if you're just joining us, 8:40 on the stadium clock. Milton Union has had the ball for 6 plays and now face a 3rd and 7 in Valley View territory.
And a nice run by Newmeyer. Let's call out number 72, Nick Walters, and 53, Jesse Kurtz on that right side. They're moving people, and that Newmeyer 2 carries, 12 yards. They're making it happen for him on the right side of the offensive line.
So Mortar's under center here, and he's going to hand it to Newmeyer, who cuts it up, and the hole is filled immediately by 51, Matthew Cotterman. 6'4", 220, a senior, and he made a great play for no gain to make it 4th and 7 from the 36-yard line.
So we're going to go for it here. We're going to play field position.
Coach talking to Pickrell, who's bringing in a play.
Looks like we're going to go for it.
Fourth and a short 7, long 6. Four wide receivers. Play clock at 7.
Got Broomball isolated out here.
Mortar's got it. It's a one-on-one. And it's down deep to Broomball!
Touchdown!
And he's got it for a touchdown. My goodness. Touchdown.
What
Milton
a play.
Union.
Broomball, he tried to overthrow him, and Broomball just kicked it into another gear, and great catch.
And it looked like number 2, J.T. Ferguson, was in great position.
He looked like he had great position, and Broomball just kicked it up a couple gears and got by him.
And Mortar dropped it in the bucket. 6-0 Milton. Grudich on for the extra point. Mortar the holder. Good snap, it's down, it's up, and the kick is good. It's 7-0 Milton Union. What a great start for the Dogs.
Convert 2 fourth downs, 1 for a touchdown.
8 plays, 70 yards, capped off by 36-yard fourth down touchdown pass to Blake Broomball. What a great opening drive for the Bulldogs and a great confidence builder.
A couple nice runs by Newmeyer. A couple great calls by Coach Pierce. Great throw and catch with Mortar and Broomball. That's how you want to start.
So, Andy, you called that. You saw Broomball down here alone. Valley View's defense shifted everybody and left him with one-on-one coverage, and he just beat his man. That was a great route by Broomball.
You're going to leave him isolated. That's what's going to happen.
And now the Bulldogs will enter the defensive zone for the first time. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that they'll be facing, guys, as we look at our 5-2 lineup. Nose guard number 79, Jake Brown. Tackle Colton Poltgren, 64. Tackle Ethan Lane, 73. Karis Thwaite, 22 at end. Connor Yates at 85 at end. Zeb Hines, Peyton Nichols at linebacker, number 51 and 20. Connor Gibson at corner. Michael Elam at corner. Free safety Blake Broomball, number 8. And Matt Pickrell, who was back after last week, not playing, number 5 at strong safety. So Mason Grudich is ready to put the ball in play, and he drives one high and caught about the 10-yard line. And that's number 2, who's got yardage, and he cuts back all the way to the Milton Union 43, J.T. Ferguson. There's the field position game that we were talking about just a little earlier.
Yeah, that's
touchdown
difficult.
saving tackle.
That's so true. That flips the field instantly, kind of steals the momentum we had coming out of that
Absolutely.
drive. Now the defense has really got to step up, and it opens up the playbook for Valley View.
So number 6, Caden Phillips. Excuse me, that's number 32 on the carry. And, number 12 on the carry. And it's one play and a touchdown for Valley View.
Got a penalty flag.
Got a flag on the play.
That was Jake Clark who broke it, but it's going to come back with a holding penalty at about the 32-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 7 from the 42 when it is marked off.
They really spread you out there. They had 4 wide receivers in that set.
3 or 4 Bulldogs had opportunities there, and none could bring him down. But the play goes for just 2 yards after the penalty. It's 1st and 8. My apologies. Number 5, Caden Henson at quarterback.
Again,
Jake Clark ran the football.
4 wideouts again.
Henson's got it, and he runs it, and he cuts it up, 40, and down at the 37-yard line, a good run, a gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
That's exactly what Coach Pierce was talking about. He can scramble. The line gave him a little bit of time. He didn't have anything and made one guy miss and made a positive play out of it.
So 2nd and 3, 37-yard line in Milton Union territory. Henson's got the football, and he hands immediately to number 12, Jay Clark, who is swallowed by number 73, Ethan Lane.
Nice play by Ethan.
So a 3rd and 2 now from the 36. And a key play early here in the football game.
Got to imagine this is 4 down territory for Valley View.
4 wide receivers. Henson in shotgun, flanked left by Clark. Handed to Clark, and he is held on to and tackled. That's Connor Yates, who made a great play, a -5, and the 4-down territory may now turn into a punt, depending on
Great play by Yates.
Valley View's decision, and they are going to put the football.
Huge play by Yates.
JT Ferguson back to punt with Broomball back to receive.
And we'll see if they're going to punt to Broomball.
Snap good. Kick is good. It's a low line drive to Broomball, who will let it roll for a touchback. And it'll be 1st and 10 Dogs at the 20-yard line. Great stop defensively.
We'll have to remember that one later.
Newmeyer cuts it up. He's hit, and he falls forward for a gain of 3. That'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 36-yard line.
That's another nice, strong run by Newmeyer.
And I know we've mentioned it, but the heat is a factor. You can tell by the hands on hips on both sides, and it's just going to be a battle of attrition tonight at times.
Yeah. So that sun goes down, it's going to be rough.
2nd and 7. Mortar's got it. Quick pass, and we've got a flag. And it looks like number 5, Caden Henson, went through the receiver, and it's going to be 1st down Milton Union after the pass interference.
Penalties are definitely hurting the Spartans early on. Touchdown called back.
Pass interference is the call. And in high school, that is a 15-yard penalty.
It's going to be a 1st down. Move the chains.
And just think about the number of penalties that have hurt Valley View. Took a touchdown off the board, allowed a drive to continue. 1st and 10, 50-yard line. 3 split left. Newmeyer to the left of Mortar. Newmeyer's got it. 45, 40, and he's rumbling and bumbling to the 34-yard line. 1st down.
A little misdirection. Completing a couple passes helps open that up.
Milton is driving the football.
Ethan Lane, number 73, led that play through the line as he pulled and ran interference for Newmeyer. Let's give a lot of credit to his size and ability to clear a path.
And the line is winning. Fake to Newmeyer, held onto by Mortar, who keeps for a gain of about 5. 2nd down, 5 from the 30.
Don't see Mortar have too many running plays. Nice little pickup. 2nd manageable now.
That's Coach Pierce doing what he talked about. Showing one thing, doing the opposite, and forcing that Valley View defense to sit back on their heels and wait on the game to come to them instead of attacking the game.
Mortar looks at the wristband, change of play.
Watch
Play clock at 6.
Tight end on the right side, top of the screen.
We've got a whistle, and Coach Pierce decided that he did not like what he saw, and he called timeout. 58 seconds left on the stadium clock. 7-0 Milton in a quarter, dominated by the Bulldogs both in time of possession and plays. Valley View's had the football for 3 plays.
And penalties have killed them. And Bulldogs running a lot of time off the clock. We're going to be into the 2nd quarter here in 58 seconds. So good ball control by the Bulldogs, keeping Valley View off the field.
Newmeyer's got 6 carries for 33 yards, certainly the leading ball carrier, and his ability to move the ball is allowing Coach Pierce to then call opposite numbers, like fake to Newmeyer, run Mortar back the other way for a great run, and we're seeing that first surge by Newmeyer set up the rest of the offense Coach Pierce wants to run. Offensive line doing a fantastic job tonight against the Spartans.
I think you hit the nail on the head. We've been able to keep Valley View kind of on their heels a little bit. Not sure what we're going to do.
So this is a very interesting formation. Look at the Valley View defense shift over in coverage on our 3 wideouts. And it's interesting. Watch the middle of the field if we can exploit it. There's nobody back there.
This will be a spot for Yates right here.
Mortar fake, looks left, throws, and it's incomplete. Cooper almost made a great catch. A little bit behind him there. Cooper Brown, number 19. 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line.
Coach wanted to get Connor Yates in the game, the tight end, tonight. And let's see if he can formation that defense away from Yates and maybe hitting on this play.
I think it's coming, Scott. Matter of time.
He's just setting the table here. He's setting it up for Yates.
Mortar's got it, hands to Newmeyer, and he is hit immediately, but he drags him forward, hit by number 54, Jace Brummigan, 6'4", 227, a junior, but Newmeyer's strength made it manageable now. 4th down and a long 2, maybe 3 yards from the 33-yard line.
Valley View blitzed on that play, their middle linebacker, and he took himself right out of the play. It allowed Newmeyer to pick up those 3 yards. Gives us a manageable 4th down.
We are 2 for 2 on 4th downs. One a fake punt pass, the other a long strike touchdown. Mortar's got it. He hands to Elam. Elam cuts it up, and he drives forward for a 1st down. Great run by Michael.
Big play, big play.
He got 4 yards to the 29. That will be the last play of the 1st quarter, and the Bulldogs have absolutely dominated the quarter, leading 7-0 here at Memorial Stadium.
Time of possession is all in our favor. The first touchdown drive, Melton ran 8 plays for 70 yards, 2 4th down conversions, 1 for a touchdown. This drive they're on now is a 9-play drive that started on our own 20-yard line.
Hey, you know what?
Trivia.
I got trivia. Here we go. So, trivia question courtesy of Doc Ginn. Thank you, Doc Ginn. In MU history, which number is greater? The number of players with multiple kickoff returns for touchdowns or the number of players with multiple punt returns for touchdowns? What's greater? More guys with multiple kickoff returns for touchdowns or guys with punt returns for touchdowns?
I'll go with punt returns. What do you think, Scott? Punt returns.
I think last week we saw a kickoff return. I'm going to go kickoff.
The ding, 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 ding. Yes, there have been 4 players with 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns. One of them, Blake Broomball.
Scott Strain.
Another one is Travis Hobbs, 95-97. A.J. Lovin, 2 in 2018. And ding,
Scott
ding, ding,
Strain.
ding, ding. Scott Strain, 69 and 70.
Good
There's
Lord.
only been 1 player with 2 punt returns for touchdowns in 1 year or in 1 career. Rick Nisley, 81 and 82.
There you go. All right, 1st and 10, Milton Union here to start the 2nd quarter. It's the 24-yard line. There's been a shift in weather, and it has dropped significantly here as far as temperature is concerned, wind is concerned. There's some clouds to the west. We've got a timeout situation on the field. I think we may even have a lightning situation that they're looking at.
Checking the lightning meter that the trainers have. See if there's any weather around. Scott, our amateur meteorologist, is going to check the radar. And looks like it's all to the south of us. But we'll see.
Looks like we're going to take about a 30-minute break, though.
Things kind of blew up last night.
This will challenge the announcing team to fill time.
Well, I have been working on my singing. So
we do have an official lightning delay here at the stadium. I believe.
The lightning meter went off.
Now on the banana phone, Andy Rudich. We're taking your calls.
So the last time Milton beat Valley View was 2007, and interestingly enough, the iPhone came out in 2007. I happen to have one with a radar, and I'm
What do we got over there?
looking at the weather right now, and there's a lot of storms.
A lot of storms, but they're all south.
Yeah, they're south of us. They're traveling in a northeast direction out of Montgomery County with a lot of lightning right at the county line, honestly. So we'll see what develops out of this. It looks like it could last a while unless they rain themselves out as the sun goes down. So it looks like we're going to take a little break, and it's disappointing, honestly, because we've had tremendous momentum.
We
in
had
this
the mo.
game.
Absolutely, we had the mo.
You can't ask for a greater start. We're getting ready maybe to punch it in again.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't lose this momentum when this restarts here, whenever that may be.
And they're encouraging people to leave the bleachers. And some are and some aren't. The wind has definitely picked up here, though.
All right, official golf final today. Milton Union with the low score of the year for them, 188 to Northridge, 250. Medalist Nathan Thompson with a 3-birdied round, 39.
That's outstanding.
Golf team moves to 4-0 on the young season.
It's all coaching. It's all coaching. The boys soccer team defeated Sidney Lehman last night, 6-2, for their first league win. And got some games for you for tomorrow. By the way, the Grudich kid had a hat trick last night.
Oh.
Gets it from his mother.
Extra points, hat tricks. 2 assists, I heard, too.
Yes, sir. So, tomorrow we have girls soccer is home at Memorial Stadium versus Springfield Shawnee. Boys soccer is at Bell Fountain at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Of course, we'll have JV football at Valley View tomorrow morning at 10. Coach Barnes?
That's correct.
10?
10 or 10:30.
For JV football?
Yeah. I was looking at some of the important people here, A.D. Lane, and just seeing how he's reacting to situations. So.
Yeah, these are the fun times of being athletic director.
Yeah,
have a stadium full of people and
tell them to leave.
And have a 30-minute lightning delay. So but safety first.
Give a quick rundown of the teams within our conference and their schedules tonight. Covington is playing Mechanicsburg. We don't have any early scores, just that their games are underway. Lehman Catholic is playing New Bremen. National Trail is playing Tri-County North. Troy Christian is playing Hillcrest. Northridge is teeing it up with Oakwood. And I think
that'll be an interesting score because we go to Oakwood next week. So just something to look at, as a fan. How does Northridge do tonight on the road? And I think they're on the road. I'm not sure of that. But
there might be a lot. There might be a lot of games being played tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's correct.
I know just about everything was canceled yesterday because of rain. Fortunate for boys soccer, we were up in Sydney. It actually didn't even rain up there. Barely rained up there. But I think there's probably a lot of delays all over the Miami Valley tonight. So let me give you, while we got time to kill, and in our 30-minute lightning delay, which can turn into 45 minutes to an hour. Let me go over the schedule. Bulldog schedule for next week. On Monday, golf is at Troy Christian. And
at the Shores, Miami Shores.
At Miami Shores. And On Tuesday, we have golf at Miami East. Where's Miami East play?
They play at Lakeland out in South Paris, Ohio.
Okay. And we have girls tennis at Preble Shawnee on Tuesday.
A lot of
We
travel in there, Coach.
Yep. We have boys soccer will be home versus Brookville. Girls soccer will be at Brookville on Tuesday. And volleyball will be at Sidney Lehman on Tuesday. So everybody's playing Tuesday. Wednesday, golfers don't need a day off. Golfers Wednesday versus Piqua at Homestead at 4 o'clock.
Let's play again.
That's right.
Play again.
Thursday.
We'll play again,
looky
baby.
there, golf versus Covington. Where's Covington play?
They play at Echo Hills in Piqua.
All right, Coach, we're going to, I'm going to go off the beaten path here. So where does Riverside play their home matches?
They play Cherokee Hills, just north of Indian Lake.
And where does Bethel play their home matches?
At Homestead with us.
At Homestead.
Correct.
And Northridge?
Northridge plays at the old Moss Creek, and I can't remember the new name of it. We talked about that earlier today, and I
Correct.
can't remember what it is. I'll figure it out in a second.
We need Grafflin here for that.
Moss Creek closed for a number of years, and they just reopened as a new name.
And that name is?
And that name is not found yet.
Okay.
But it's at one Club Drive, Clayton.
All right, so Thursday, golf at Covington. Girls tennis is at CJ, Chaminade Julienne. Volleyball will be home versus Miami East on Thursday. Girls soccer will be home versus Bethel on Thursday. Boys soccer will be at Bethel. And volleyball will be at Troy Christian on Thursday. So again, full slate of Bulldog action on Tuesday, full slate on Thursday. And Friday, the Bulldog football team will travel to Oakwood. As far as coverage for the Oakwood game, our plan is to have an audio broadcast, internet broadcast. We're still working out the details on that, but we are hoping to go to Oakwood and broadcast the game. Audio only, though. No video for that one. Away games.
And that'll be Labor Day weekend. Start of Labor Day weekend.
Yes, that's
which is
right.
nice.
That's right. And although Oakwood has a brand new facility, track soccer facility, they still play their football games at the high school, at the old stadium. Forget the name of it.
It's got a lot of character there. The baseball field's actually behind it.
That's right.
Because when I was the baseball coach, if you hit one to the right of the pole, it was a double. But if you hit one to the left of the pole, it was a home run. So some sort of funky rule, because it wasn't very far.
Did you have ghost runners or?
Might as well have, because we never got on base. Those are the days, Coach.
That's right.
Those are the days.
Ghost runner on first.
There's a reason why I coach golf. Superintendent Ritchie's hit the field now.
Oh, the heavy hitters are out now.
Bringing them in.
We got the heavy hitters. Oh, and Scott, you hit the nail on the head. It sucks because we had Mo, we had everything going our direction, and now we're playing the Lightning game, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. Of course, I guess if you're Valley View, you got to drive all the way home and then turn around and come back.
Come back in the morning.
Come back and play again.
Play at 11. That would be bad for our JVs who didn't get to play last week either, so they're going to have to sit another week.
Referee,
I hope that doesn't happen.
Referee Barnes.
Referee Barnes. Yes.
So do they pick the game up right where they stopped it?
Yes, it'll be 7-0 Bulldogs from the 24-yard line with 12 minutes to go, start of the second quarter.
Got it.
Same end of the field, everything's the same. Stats obviously are official, so we go from there.
So your weather report looks like this is going to go just to the southeast of our location. And the storms that are bringing the lightning and the heavy rain are starting to dissipate as the air cools towards evening and the sun goes down.
Do you know, Scott, do you know why it's not raining here? Because the sun always shines in West Mountain, Ohio. That's why.
Amen, brother.
I love it.
The sun always shines in West Mountain.
Preach on.
I think we're going to dodge it. It's pretty
would be
dark,
good.
but I think we're going to dodge it. So, actually, one of the best things that could happen is that wind keep blowing, because these thunderstorms in the summer tend to sit. And
that's what it did yesterday.
Yes, they don't rain themselves out. So I'll take the wind and a little 20-minute delay.
Sat over top of a lot of Miami County and just dumped water yesterday.
That was unbelievable. This field was unbelievable. If you got a picture of that, I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see it.
This 20-yard to the left, the 20-yard line in that area, it was just underwater. The golf course was underwater in a matter of minutes.
I think that the field held up pretty well, because you don't see guys slipping.
Nope, I haven't seen any of that.
Of course, the ground was so dry, I'm sure it just soaked it up like a sponge.
One thing we can do is take the high road on this little delay. We have had the ball virtually the entire game. We've run 17 offensive plays. We've been up and down the field. The Valley View offense has been on the field, I think, 5 plays. So our offensive linemen, who are playing both ways, are now getting a great opportunity to catch a second wind and come out and be prepared to play. And you know, if you've got to find a silver lining in a break, it's in 90-degree heat that those guys could probably use a drink and a rest before they get back at it.
Yep. And down at midfield, we have Dr. Ritchie, and we also have Mr. Curtis Brackman, former Bulldog kicker.
Great college career.
Kicked up for 4 years, had an excellent career at Slippery Rock. And he's back actually helping Mason kicking. So,
and he helped my son 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
he's done a great job for the program.
Kudos to Kurt for giving back, and he drives to Lima every day and comes back here and goes out to practice and helps out.
So someday we're going to have to do a little remote video on that porch watching Bulldog football. And there's got to be some stories to tell from
sure.
that upper deck porch over there on, I believe that's Hamilton.
That's Front Street.
Front, yes.
That's Front Street, yep.
Yeah, I would love to hear the stories and what they've seen there. You wonder if they have any pictures. They could have a whole Hall of Fame in their home over there.
And also, like in the west end zone, it looks like we have a Milton versus Valley View 5th grade football game going on. Maybe we should start calling that game over there, because you got guys in white and guys in blue, and
hilarious.
It looks like the young Bulldogs versus the young Spartans over there.
That is great. Absolutely great.
Wind still.
It is whipping.
Yep, still blowing through.
And it's just funny to see all the people just looking at the sky. It's hilarious. As if they're going to be able to change it, but that's fine. I'm one of them. Really dark.
So first week of school for the Bulldogs this week. Had an excellent week of school.
My first week in the high school since 2007. So it's a brand new start 14 years ago. 6, 7, so 15 years ago. And, man, I had just a great week, honestly.
Good.
Great start.
Started my 28th year.
And this is my 32nd year
as
overall,
a social studies teacher.
Not much has changed in social studies athletes this week, and this is no joke. I know that the girls' tennis team, which my daughter's a part of, the on-court temperature was 115. So, I mean, that's no joke. You got to be careful with what you're doing. It is just hot.
It's been brutal. I think it's supposed to stay hot still for a few more days. It's my understanding. I think until Monday or Tuesday it's supposed to finally cool off.
So a little update on the weather. As the temperature cools and the sun goes down, we start to see less and less lightning. We can play football in rain.
Is rain coming, Scott?
It's just to the east of us right now, and the storms that were in a line coming south of 70 towards us continue to dissipate as time goes by. So we get this one big cell by us. It's right at the crossroads of 70 and 75. That's the one that's showing the heavy rain and lightning. If you're flying in the Dayton right now, you're probably delayed. But everywhere else, lightning strikes have pretty much dissipated, and we should be able to resume play at the end of this. I don't know that we've seen or heard lightning or thunder.
I think they saw it, but we didn't. Our back is to the south.
I think it's behind
Hey, I got a couple scores here. Thanks to Mr. Mike Skiles shooting me scores. Right now we have Mechanicsburg 14, Covington 0. Troy Christian 14, Hillcrest 0. And Riverside 14, Northeastern 0.
Nice.
So appreciate Mike Skiles for shooting us some scores. Appreciate it. Guess I could dig around on the Twitter and see if we can find some more scores.
The Twitter?
On the Twitter.
Oh, man. We could set up an Ask the Broadcast team. Text any question for Scott, the coach, or myself to 937-216-9239, and we'll answer them.
And I forgot to add, tomorrow is the big Bob Schul.
That's correct.
The Bob Schul Invitational at Melton. I believe Coach Lane said 1,500 runners will participate in the Bob Schul. Bob Schul, a gold medalist. And if you've never watched the video of Bob Schul winning the gold medal in Japan, it's impressive. It's impressive. Coach Lane has it on the website. I'm sure you could find it on YouTube. But it's pretty cool to watch.
So again, if you want to text the team any questions, Coach, myself, or Mr. Seaman, just let us know. 937-216-9239. For all 10 of you watching, however many there are.
They reset it to about 25 minutes.
25 minutes on a reset, so we're at least 25 minutes away from the teams being able to get onto the field, and then there will probably be at least a 10-minute stretch and get loose time. That will take us to approximately 8:20, 8:25.
Got a couple scores here for you. In MLS, Cincinnati and Columbus tied 1-1. In German League Soccer, Dortmund beat Offenheim 3-2, and American Reina, young man 19 now I believe, scored a goal today. NFL preseason action, Lions 7, Colts 3, Steelers and Panthers. Steelers Panthers 0-0, just started.
Steelers are starting no one today.
They're doing what?
They're starting nobody. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Nobody of it.
Gotcha.
Big Ben played his 2 series last week. That's about all.
And we got no scores in baseball except for Rays Orioles 3-0 Rays into the second.
Cincinnati 1, Miami nothing.
Okay.
Top of the third. Reds are in the playoffs right now if the season ended. Do you believe that?
You're excited.
I am excited to go to L.A. and get beat by, the Dodgers in one game.
Will you go to a playoff game?
No, we're going to go to L.A., get beat by the Dodgers, and we're going to be
They won't get to play one in Cincinnati?
It's one game.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
Now, if they happen to beat the Dodgers, I will be at a playoff game.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Gotcha.
Because I am a season ticket holder, so I get first dibs on that.
There you go. You should.
That's right. It has been an exciting year.
Hey, as long as they're in the hunt.
That's right. It's been
As
a
long as they're in the
long
hunt.
time since September baseball meant anything. Last year would have been, I guess would have counted, but it was such a weird year with COVID. They only played 60 games. And then they lost in the playoffs. So they ended up 31-31. That's solid.
So when was the last time the Reds won a playoff game?
2012. 2012. They should have won the whole thing. They were really good.
Right.
Had a 2-0 lead on the Giants, 2-0. They needed one more win. Giants won 3 straight. I still haven't recovered from it. That was the first year in the new school, by the way. Had that one on TV in the middle of class.
And for all the old dogs out there, just to let you know, we have air conditioning.
Oh, man.
I was trying to tell the kids in class you have no idea what it was like in the old building in the brick oven known as Milton Union High School when you would have these hot days. And you can get out 2 hours early all you want. And when you had to sit there for 6 hours and just roast like a loaf of bread, it was rough.
And I was on the second floor in room 205, and directly underneath my windows were the garbage containers. So if you opened your window, bees would fly in.
Nice.
And then everybody'd scream and run. And that was always fun. It had to be 110 in that building.
Oh, it was just
unbelievable.
It was hot.
So the first time that we played Valley View, based on my recollection, would have been the 1975 SWBL season. In 1974, there were 4 teams that left the SWBL because of their size. The state had started to rank teams based on their size and whether their opponent was a similar size school. They got more points and that could put them into the playoffs versus playing smaller schools, not getting the points and entering the playoffs. So Northmont, West Carrollton, Trotwood, and Vandalia all exited the Southwestern Buckeye League after the 1974 season. And in 1975, the SWBL added Bellbrook, Carlisle, Dixie, and Valley View. And that was the first time that the Bulldogs met the Valley View Spartans. It was a home game. Don't recall the score. In 76, the Bulldogs lost for the first time to the Spartans 9-6. And then 77 won the game 47-30. First 3 games against Valley View.
Well, I have just a couple stats here from Doc Ginn. This past week, the new league, Three Rivers Conference, overall was 3-5. Milton got a win over Trail. Northbridge beat Dixie, and Riverside defeated Ansonia. And then Lehman Catholic lost to Cridersville Perry. Troy Christian lost to Tri Village. Miami East lost to Preble Shawnee. Covington lost to St. Henry, and Bethel lost to Waynesville. Valley View is one of the only 2 opponents that Milton will face in 2021 that they faced in 2020. The game last week was the earliest start for regular season MU football in history because the state has added more teams to the playoffs this year.
That's correct.
So we had to move the season up a week, and I think the state is angling to eventually put everybody in the playoffs.
Because
then they can
probably make sense.
Then they can make more money. The 51 points scored by the Bulldogs last week were the most ever scored by an MU team in an opening game. Both Milton and Valley View were both in Region 16 in Division 4 this year. So this game does have playoff implications.
Absolutely. A ton of points out there tonight.
Yeah, a lot of points on the line for this one. Valley View's tied for 6th in early computer rankings. Milton is tied for 10th. By the way, Blake Broomball last week had 294 all-purpose yards, and that is good for 2nd all-time. But I'd like to add that was all-purpose yards and a half in one play.
That's right.
He could have had some more if
I think he might have broke it.
If he actually played a little more in the second half on offense. And a little music in the stadium. Colton Hallgren led the Dog defense last Friday with 7 tackles and a sack and 4 tackles for loss.
What a
All right, trivia question.
go for it.
What current SWBL member has Milton faced more often than any other? Scott?
SWBL member.
Yep. What current SWBL member has Milton faced more than any other?
I'm going to say Miami East.
No, SWBL.
No? Oh, SWBL.
I'll say Brookville.
Brookville?
Tip City.
They're not in the
That's it.
SWBL. They're in the Miami Valley League.
Okay.
Keep going.
That's all right. You can guess again. We'll give you one more guess.
Oh, I'm out of guesses. Tip and Brookville seem really close to me.
No. The answer? Oakwood.
Oakwood.
Milton's faced Oakwood more often than any other current SWBL team with 59 games. Valley View is fourth among SWBL members with 20 games. We've played them 20 times. Okay, next one. In the last 10 years, how many times has Milton started the season 2-0? In the last 10 years.
6.
Scott, you got a guess?
I'll go 5.
The answer's 6.
Nice.
Barnesy, look at this guy. All right. As mentioned above, Blake Broomball had the second largest total all-purpose yardage in MU history last week. 197 of his 294 yards were run-back return yards, not rushing or receiving. What player holds the record for the most run-back return yards? 256 in a single game. 1994 versus Miami East, you'll have no idea, but I had him in class when I first started teaching. Alan Zins. Before your time, Barnesy.
Awesome.
Alan Zins had 256 run-back return yards versus Miami East in 1994. He was fast.
I have a question on the text line for Mr. Grudich, but I'm not sure I should ask it.
Oh, brother.
In fact, I'm not going to.
You can show it to me.
I can show it to you. I'm not touching that one. I know I said any question, listeners, but come on.
It was funny.
It is funny.
It's a funny question, but yeah, probably can't answer that one.
No, I'm not going to. This is a public access channel. Coach, I'm going to go for a walk and see if I can find an interview for us. You got 2 minutes?
That's a great, yeah, absolutely.
See what I can find.
Absolutely. We're going to, Coach Barnes is going to go comb the crowd, see if we can find somebody to put on the mic for a few minutes before we get rolling back with this football game. So, skies look like we're going to get some rain when we get started.
I don't think so. I think everything is
clearing out
east of our location here at the football field. Now, if you were on 48 or 571 out across the bridge, you're probably for sure understanding why we're not playing, because you caught a lot of this.
I think they got to wait out the delay. So every time they see lightning, they got to wait 30 minutes, or the lightning box that they have. Lightning detector.
Yeah, so I'm still seeing it in the cell that's east of West Melton right now.
I think it matters how close it is too. And it looks like the trainers powwowing down by the locker room with the coaches. So if they're looking at the radar.
Well, the good news is once this thing passes by,
it looks like we might be in good shape.
We're going to be okay. Everything else is on the state line over in Richmond, Eaton area, and is traveling north, northeast. It's not going to impact us. And the next closest rain that looks like could materialize is well south of Dayton. This one big cell over Tip City heading towards Troy right now. I just got an alert on the iPhone that Troy needs to be heads up for a severe thunderstorm
Probably
warning.
needs to clear out a little bit. Looks like the Valley View Spartan student section in good spirits. Little line dancing going on. And I think we might get this in, Scott. I think they might get it in.
Well, the old-timers like me will remember game time was 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that'd been a little cooler at 8 o'clock.
Yes, it was. It was. I do remember playing early in the season against Greenville, 1970, the 77 season against Greenville. Russ Sargent was our tailback. And after that game, Russ was hospitalized, I believe, for 2 days. Don't quote me on the 2 days, but he had lost 15 pounds in the game.
Ouch.
And we won that game, I believe, on a fourth quarter touchdown, 7-0.
Okay, Coach Barnes has a interview for us today.
All right. I have found former golfer and former basketball star Sam Case, who is here back from school. So we want to hear a little bit about what you're doing. And it's because we don't have a whole lot of material left, so we thought we'd I ain't going to lie about it. All right, Sam, so where are you going to school?
Miami University Hamilton. So it's a satellite campus to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio.
All right, that's awesome. And what's your major? What are you thinking about doing?
My major is business management. Figured it'd be a pretty basic major to go into. So if I went into any field, and I didn't like it, I would have that business degree to fall back on to go into something I really love doing. So just have more flexibility with it.
Have you been able to start classes yet?
Yeah, we started Monday. So
What do you think of that?
I'm enjoying it so far. Got a pretty flexible schedule. Professors are great. Making great connections with other students, and which is one of my classmates is Cole Todd from Waynesville.
Oh, yeah.
So bonding with him pretty well. So really enjoying it so far.
You bonded with somebody from Waynesville.
I know.
You're
As
growing.
Crazy,
You're
as crazy
growing.
as it sounds.
You're growing.
Yeah.
So how about basketball? What's the scene there? You started workouts, things of that nature?
We just started yesterday. We've been going 3 days a week. October 1st is our first practice, and then we start games November 3rd. We do play Division I Stony Brook, third game of the year, so we'll be going to New York to play D1 Stony Brook.
Oh, wow.
And which should be a great experience.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And your head coach is Mike Pyatt, correct? Yes. All right. Well, thanks for spending some time with us, and I was glad I was able to find you. Now I'll hand that over to my next partner in crime here, who is dressed in Hawaiian garb. So our next interview is senior golfer, basketball player, and baseball player. Kind of a big deal. Nathan Thompson, who is fresh off of a medalist round today at Homestead, shooting a 39. So, welcome.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, no problem. We're excited to have you. Tell me a little bit about your round today, because I know that you had a lot of highs and lows on that. But go ahead, you talk about it.
I had a couple of double bogeys, and then I had like 3 birdies, so that evened out a little bit and helped me out.
3 birdies on 9 holes.
Yes, sir.
People would die for that. That's great. So what holes did you birdie?
Number 12, 16, and 18.
Yeah, and 12 and 18 are par 5. So did you have eagle opportunities?
Yes, on 12 and 18.
Oh, and how far were those putts?
The one on 12 was about 6 or 8 feet, and the one on 18 was about 30 feet.
Oh, okay. So that one's not so bad.
Yeah.
That's a good 2-putt.
So tell me about that shot on 12 to get on the green in 2. You were 100 and what yards out?
I was 197 yards away.
And what club did you hit from 197?
I hit an 8-iron.
He hit an 8-iron. He hit an 8-iron right to 6 feet. So one of the more amazing shots I've seen. Tell me a little bit how your senior year's going. You enjoying the year so far? It's been about a week, not long, but what do you think?
It's been a very long week. I haven't done much.
Slow start?
Yeah. But it's been pretty fun.
What's the perk of being a senior? I mean, seriously, people talk about being a senior, but I mean, how do you feel that's helping your experience at school?
Well, I haven't really taken it in yet that I'm a senior.
Yeah.
And then I'm done after this year, but it's nice everybody listens to me.
They respect you. That's the word.
Yes,
that's the word you're looking for. You're not forcing them to listen to you.
Yeah, sorry.
I hope. That's what we have to do as teachers. You get natural respect. We get forced respect.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's awesome. What's the theme tonight in the student section?
It's Hawaiian night, so
and
everybody's dressed up
Yeah,
in
what
Hawaiian.
What do you have on for our listeners who can't see you?
I'm rocking the grass skirt and a bunch of lays.
With a little, what color shorts would you call
like
those?
Coral swim trunks
Yes.
with little leaf things on them.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I'm definitely the most spirited.
What is the student section like this year? Is it solid? It's 2 home games, so you've been there for both.
It definitely could be bigger. There's not very many students here. It's kind of a little upsetting. So we always try and get more people to come.
So a call out for the student body to get on board?
Yeah, we need more students to show up for the football games.
What do you got for future plans, Nathan? Future plans?
Oh, future plans.
Yeah. Thinking about schooling?
Yeah, I'm going to go to college somewhere, probably for mechanical engineering.
Nice.
If I can. And maybe golf if I get the chance to.
Do you have any, like a top 3 school list or anything like that?
I don't have a top 3 list yet.
Okay. Have you visited?
Yes, I visited Shawnee State University in Portsmouth, Ohio, and then I went up to Ohio Northern in Ada. And
somebody special goes there, right?
Yeah, that would be my sister.
That's right. And she's an athlete there?
Yeah, she runs cross country and track.
Yeah, she does. She is a polar bear through and through. Coach, you got anything for Nate? You've only known him since his birth.
Yeah, I have all kinds of stuff for Nate. No, not really. I'm not going to put Nate on the spot.
No.
But I'm going to put you on the spot, Coach. So, Coach Barnes, why don't we
Well, hold on before you do.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Go have some fun. We're just trying to kill as much time as we can. You guys stepped up for us. We appreciate it. Well,
all right, Coach Barnes. Here we go.
I don't know if I like this.
So, Coach Barnes graduated from what high school?
Lima Temple Christian High School, 1986. Go Pioneers!
And what were you involved in there?
I was. I played soccer and basketball, baseball. I was in some school plays. Did some singing, which
Look
I
at
am
you.
not going to do tonight.
Nice. We got time. We got time for it.
I know.
All right, and then when you left Lima Christian Temple,
Lima Temple Christian
Lima
Pioneers.
Temple Christian,
LTC.
LTC, as the cool kids call it.
That's
Where did you
correct.
go?
I went to Cedarville College at the time, which is now Cedarville University, Cedarville, Ohio, just in between Springfield, Xenia, on Route 72, off of 70. Met my wife there.
And majored in
English education with a minor in Bible.
Minor in what?
Bible.
Bible.
Yeah, it's a good book, Coach. You should look into that.
And then from there,
met my wife freshman year, and we've been together since the spring of '87, both dating and married. So we just our 31st anniversary.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. And so she was from the state of Maine, northeast
Black Bear Country.
Black Bear Country. And so when we got engaged, we broke up a number of times because I didn't want to go there, but I ended up going there.
Yeah.
You know how that is.
Yeah.
And went to Morse High School, which is in Bath, Maine, and actually worked at Bath Middle School, which was the feeder system.
If you were looking at Maine, what part of Maine is Bath
So
Township?
you drive into Maine, and most people know that Kennebunkport is like where the Bushes, George Bush, spent a lot of time. And so from there, you're just going to go north about an hour and a half, work your way toward the coast, and you're going to run into a big city called Portland.
Which is the setting for Shawshank Redemption.
That is correct.
Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine. And
Andy Dufresne, if you please.
Yeah. And you work your way 25 minutes up the coast, you'll run into Bath, Maine. That's
okay,
where
so it was on the coast?
It was on the coast.
Nice.
Yeah.
So lots of lobsters?
Oh, you won't even know. So, if you like Red Lobster in Ohio, you don't even understand what lobster tastes like because it's not fresh, and and they do the best they can. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I think
but
that
if you
we
pluck
had
pluck one out of the ocean and throw it in a pot of hot water, it's gonna.
I think we had
taste pretty good.
20 lobster this year for $120.
Wow.
When we went on vacation.
So how long were you in Maine?
2 weeks, just under.
No. I meant
for vacation, yeah. 15 years. And then in
wow, okay. I didn't realize you were up there that long.
90 to 05. And then in 05, moved back and was hired here at Milton. 05.
You and the wife both got a job in Bulldog country?
I did first, and then 2 years later, she followed suit. Yeah,
so that was 2 years later.
She was staying home with Paige, who was just 1 year old at the time. It might have been even 3 or 4 years later.
Okay.
So when we moved here, Paige was 1, and she's a senior now. So
I didn't realize you were in Maine for that long.
I was the head basketball coach. Well, I started as a junior high football coach at the middle school, and then was doing officiating.
How big was the school there?
Same size as this, maybe a slightly larger.
Okay.
So no different. In fact, my parents call this like Bath, Maine West.
Gotcha.
West Milton, Ohio, and Bath, Maine are very similar.
Gotcha. That means there's a lot of cool people there?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Very good.
But everybody in Bath, Maine, they work at the shipyard. So they build Navy destroyers. That's a big deal.
Really?
Or they're lobstermen.
Okay.
So those two things are, pretty much at the forefront.
Is the lobster business up there on a quota system, and you have to have quota, and like you or I couldn't go up and buy a boat and become lobster fishermen?
No, you got to get licensure. There's a whole lot to it.
Right.
So more than I even know.
So it probably goes family to family. And
yep. And, I had students that, I say, hey, reading's important. And they look at me and go, yeah, but I'm just going to be on a boat the rest of my life. And they knew that, and that was fine. I mean, that was just who they were. But I don't understand. Like, I go out and I see all these, buoys floating, and they all have a system to them. And their family's buoys have a certain color, and they can't touch other people's. And it just looks like a mass of buoys to me, and they understand exactly what's going on and the channels involved, and it's just crazy.
Oh, interesting.
It really is. But I got my start in coaching there. Middle school football. Actually coached soccer in Lima at Temple my senior year at Cedarville. Was driving back and forth. Coached the junior high team. Yeah.
That's a lot of driving.
That was. And assistant coach up there for basketball. And then I did middle school football. And then I got the freshman coaching job there at Morse High School, which turned into the varsity job from, when I was there, 1998 to 05. And then I moved here. Took over the Bulldogs for about 4 years. So, it's crazy.
There
Time
you go.
flies.
And now you're sitting in a press box waiting for a lightning delay to end.
And this
in West Milton,
an
Ohio.
hour of that I'm never going to get back, honestly. And I just say this, guys. I think we're 50-50 at best to start this game up again.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Scott, give us a weather update.
So the storm's passed us by. It's heading northeast, and it's well past West Milton, and the track is towards Tip, Troy, and other, New Carlisle areas. Piqua is in the bullseye, but it's missed us. So this just comes down to policy whether we're going to play football, because the next closest lightning threat is across the state line. We may get wet or it may just dissipate, but no lightning, no storms south of I-70 of any consequence. So this one big cell and it's just going to be the leadership's call, athletic directors and whomever makes the final decision whether we're going to play
it'll just
ball.
come down to the lightning strikes and where they're at and how far away they are. And
Tell me a little bit about what Steph had in her hand. You guys said it was a lightning. What's it called?
Yeah, it'll tell you lightning and it'll tell you how far away it is.
Gotcha.
My wife said it is pouring buckets in Troy, Ohio.
Yeah, but
which
you know,
is 10 minutes from here.
and it hasn't rained here, and you know why?
Because it never rains.
Because the sun always
Oh, that's what-
shines in West Mountain, Ohio.
That's right.
Now, do I get to ask you all the questions you asked me, Coach?
Coach, you can ask me anything you want except for the question that somebody texted you.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask that one.
So before I start, it's 5-0 Cincinnati in the fourth. The boys are going to make the playoffs, I have a feeling. All right, Coach. Let's start with you. Where were you born? And let's go.
Well, actually, believe it or not, I actually first started school in Trotwood.
Oh.
I went to Trotwood until 5th grade, 6th grade, and then we moved to Milton. My grandfather is a Bulldog. My grandpa graduated from here in 41. No, I'm sorry, 39. Grandpa
39.
graduated in 39 from Milton. And my mom and my uncles all graduated from here, and my aunt. So
It just lightninged again, so
Gotcha.
that's not good news.
moved here in 6th grade, graduated in 88. Played soccer and basketball. I was class officer for a couple of years, class president for a couple of years, and I went to Wright State as a Rowdy Raider.
You're a Raider. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, was a Rowdy Raider at Wright State, and I coached at Bethel when I was at Wright State. Coached basketball, junior high basketball, then I was JV soccer and basketball, and then I was just JV soccer until I graduated college. Subbed for a year. Getting ready to move. I was thinking about moving to Colorado. I had gone out there. My friend Thad Fogel, Bulldog grad, was living out there, and I went out to Denver right after my first year subbing. I got done, and I bought a plane ticket and flew to Denver. And he was actually working at a base, and they were closing the base, which meant there was nobody there, but he was a heating and air guy, so the heating and air guys had to hang around.
Right.
So I went out there, and him and I went to Rocky Mountain National Park and Garden of the Gods, and we went all over the place. And I was contemplating moving out there, and I came home, and my mom said the soccer job was open at Milton, boys soccer. So I went in and applied for it. And then when I was in there applying for the soccer job, they said, hey, there's a social studies job open too, so I applied for that. And 28 years later, I'm sitting in a booth waiting on a lightning delay.
And
The
an
Scott
hour of
C.
your
Man
life
and
you're
Brett
never
Mars.
going to get back.
Yeah, so
So what is your coaching tree here at the school? Soccer for sure. What else have you done?
head boys soccer for 12 years, head girls soccer for 12 years, head boys basketball for 3 years. I did it for a year and got out because that was when you came.
Yes.
Because
I followed you
We
up.
had Mason. That's how long ago Morgan, my daughter who's in college, Morgan was 1.5, and I debated about taking the job, and I said, well, I guess I'll do it. And 2 weeks after I took the job, we found out Erica was pregnant with Mason. So Mason was born a week before our first basketball game, which was great timing. So needless to say, at the end of that season, I was not coaching basketball with two
Under
very
the
young,
age of 3.
very young, yeah, 2 under the age of 3 at home. So, and then so I've done basketball. And I did basketball again for a couple years, and I helped with girls basketball for probably 7 years. So, a little bit of everything.
So
And now I'm retired.
when somebody looks at you as a coach, what do they think? They think soccer, right? They
Uh,
think you're the soccer guy.
Yeah, it just depends. Because I had, it doesn't matter what you coach. If you get out of it for a couple of years, nobody even knows.
That's right.
Nobody has any idea that you ever coached basketball. They have no idea that I ever coached basketball.
That's what's hilarious about it because,
Yeah.
I officiate everywhere. And when I first got it back into officiating after I got done coaching, I was coach.
Right.
And now nobody has
Yeah.
any idea.
Yeah.
I'm just that guy in
And
the
if I don't coach soccer for a couple of years, no one will ever remember that I coached soccer.
The circle of life, boys and girls. All right, Scott, your turn.
So I think the fans are ready to play. We've got a lot of folks making their way back into the stadium, into their seats. I think people are antsy to kick this thing back off. It'll be very interesting to see if they do.
And the issue is just to our right, probably less than 5 minutes ago, another lightning flash, which isn't probably near us at all, but there's a guy up here in the press box looking to see if it's lightning, and they press a button.
And that's
30
part of
minutes.
with the box. They have changed the rule a little bit on the lightning strikes.
But it's better to be safe
Hey,
for sure.
remember
Absolutely.
Do you remember back in the old days when you saw lightning and you were supposed to count, and every second told you how far away the lightning was?
Exactly, and if you had some 10 seconds, you're good.
Yeah.
Not like there could be any stray lightning anywhere. That's so controlled.
So the iPhone shows the most recent strike northeast of here, close to I-75. So the severe thunderstorm warning is until Friday at 8:30. That's 15 minutes from now. And we're just now seeing the wind kick back up a little bit from the southwest. Maybe that's enough of a push to get this out of here. I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
I wonder how many people are going to rewind this and watch this lightning delay over and over and over again.
There's going to be nobody.
I'll watch the interview with the two boys because I think that was fun. But other than that, I'm sick of hearing myself talk.
I'm just going to watch it for Scott's weather reports. I'm going to watch it
there
again.
You go.
He's actually explained
I
why
know.
thunderstorms have dissipated better than anything I've heard on TV in a long time. That's for sure.
Very well.
Maybe that was your calling, Scott.
I always loved the weather.
Weather guy.
It was, I've
Hey,
always.
you're retired now.
Well, not quite. I'm still peddling DAP. If you wanted some free advertising, I could tell you all you wanted to know about DAP products, sealants, adhesives. If you want to recaulk your tub, during this rain delay, you could go grab a tube of DAP Quick Seal. You could scrape out the old caulking around your bathtub, simply wipe it down, put on DAP Quick Seal, mold and mildew resistant. How about a plug for the home team?
There you
at
go.
DAP? Probably used to be manufactured right here in Dayton, Ohio. It started in Dayton, Ohio, actually. The DAP stood for Dix Armstrong Pontius Company. It was actually Dix Pontius. They bought the Armstrong Company. In 1960, Schering Plow bought Dix Armstrong Pontius. You would know Schering Plow because they invented copper tone. The president of the company rolled in and said, you know what, I'm tired of saying Dix Armstrong Pontius. Let's go to DAP. And it became the DAP company for quite a while until the advertising started to hit. And when the ads started to hit, it naturally evolved to DAP. And it was headquartered right over here in Tip City.
Well, I tell you what, and we're going to send them a bill for advertising. They just got a 5-minute plug.
I was going to say.
They can splash some cash our way.
Well, we make products that even if you want to stand in this thunderstorm, you can still caulk around your windows. They're not impacted by rain. They won't wash out. Yep, so if you took a break from Melton football and wanted to caulk your windows right now.
Hey, I just got an update here from Mr. Beck. Believe it or not, there are still 100 people on this planet listening to us.
Come on.
Yeah, so there you go.
They're probably
100 people have enjoyed us rambling, or maybe better yet, maybe they're getting a good nap in right now. They put
nap with DAP.
They're racing off to Home Depot.
They're on the couch now, and they've slowly gone to sleep listening to us ramble.
Just added to their honey-do list. We're going to go caulk the tub tonight.
There you go.
But
it's got to be DAP. It can't be any of that other weak caulk,
Exactly. And subliminally, they're hearing all about DAP products, so sales will go up.
Yeah, DAP was headquartered actually in Tip. I started over there.
When he said 100 people, I was expecting it to be 5 people.
I didn't think it'd be 100.
And I bet most of them are related to all three of us.
I tried to see. I just asked my wife if she was listening. She goes, heck no.
She hears you enough.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Not many texts from the text line, though, you know. I was hoping for a few more.
Well, after I didn't answer the first question, they
probably just backed off.
Thought it was a scam. Well, let's see. What time is it right now?
It's late. 8:20.
8:20. So we've been on the air an hour and 20 minutes. Well, over that, actually, probably an hour and a half.
Last week at this time, it was like 50-0, and we were rambling on too. So that's 2 weeks in a row.
I don't know if we should appreciate the 100 people still listening, or maybe feel sorry for them that they're still listening to us. No, we appreciate it.
I feel sorry I'm listening to me.
And you still got the Valley View student section still holding strong. A couple of them just laid down on the field. It's people still mulling around. Sure, they're getting tired in the parking lot. I'm sure the guys are getting tired sitting in the locker room.
I do. One game I remember vividly that was a rain delay back in the 05-06 season. It might have been 06-07. I think it was. That was Mitch's senior year. And Middletown Madison came to town, and if you remember, that was a pretty good rivalry for a while.
Yep.
But Madison starts out, and somehow, some way, they get a safety, and it's 2-0. And we had to kick off, and immediately after the kickoff, lightning hit, and we sat around for I don't know how many hours. And finally, around 9 o'clock, they said, we're going to restart this tomorrow at 11. So everybody went home. Well, what happened was you could hear the Madison players just chirping about the score, you know, whatever the score was or whatever. And our kids could hear that. So long story short, Kurt Brackman, who we were just talking about, later in the first quarter kicked a field goal to go up 3-2. And from that point on, it ended 49-0. So the final was 52-2.
Wow.
And I'll never forget just the beatdown that took place on that Saturday. And there wasn't a whole lot of, you know, there was no TV here. There wasn't a whole lot of people here. And I remember just sitting to my left going, you know, this is incredible. Those teams, those 2 years were really, really good. Really good.
I mean, I know Mitchell gets a lot of pub, and he should. But there were a lot of good players on that team.
The linemen on that team, they were just animals.
Yeah.
In a good way.
And defensively, they were just wild dogs on defense. Well, and a lot of people still sitting in the stands.
Well, it's not a fun drive back to Valley View. I think that they're here. They're, I'm sure, ready to let's.
The
get
real
this
kick in the
thing
teeth will be if we sit around all this time and then they cancel it, and they have to go home and come back in the morning.
Yeah. Now the question is, are we coming home and coming back in the morning, or
are we coming back?
You're not coming back. You're going to watch soccer.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And if
depending on what time it kick off and all
correct.
that, but yeah, she plays at 1 in Richmond.
Well, we've got a question that is appropriate now.
Okay.
And
for who?
It's for you.
Okay.
And it says, I have another question for Grudich. This one is appropriate.
Okay.
Does he have plans on returning to coach Lady Bulldog soccer in a few years?
Well, I told everybody that I am not retired. I'm just stepping away so I can watch my kids, because I never got to see, Mason play soccer because I was coaching Morgan in soccer and play same nights, opposite places. So
right.
It could happen. It could happen. I'm sure I will coach soccer again, whether it's boys or girls or what I do. I don't know. we'll see what lies ahead. I certainly want to keep coaching. I didn't get out because I didn't want to coach anymore. I got out so I could watch my kids. So I'll be back at it in a couple years.
That's good news. You should.
We'll see what Mason does. You know, Mason's got 2 years, and he'd like to play soccer and somewhere. And Morgan's
kick
got
field goals somewhere.
Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Another shout out from another listener. I'm listening and watching YouTube. I love hearing you guys. Thumbs up and fist pump. After I said, ha, 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 I'm sorry, you have to hear us.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, we appreciate it. I can always ramble around.
For those of you who don't know, you're getting a glimpse into my classroom right now. Here comes Coach Lane and Coach Pierce, and Valley View's coaches are also going to gather here about the 20-yard line.
Looks like it's an official walk.
It's going to be our final powwow, and we'll get our final decision here in the next.
It might be you know what, we're not going to keep playing this game of watching Lightning, waiting on Lightning. Let's just bag it and come back tomorrow morning.
I really do feel sorry for the JV team because that'll be 2 weeks in a row that they don't get a play.
That stinks.
I mean, they did play some in the game last week, but it's not their game.
Yeah, it's not the same. And, yeah, you'll lose another JV game. But I got a feeling we aren't the only ones in the Miami Valley tonight dealing with this. I'm sure there's games delayed and canceled all over the place.
Coach Brett Kopp from Piqua High School says, and I'll just quote it, "You two could talk for hours," 3 exclamation points. That's true.
Yes.
I can talk.
We can yak.
And
Coach Kopp, the new head basketball coach at Piqua High School.
Piqua High School.
Left his alma mater at Bethel.
And he did a fantastic job at Bethel.
Yes, he did, and now he is an Indian.
Brett was my freshman coach, got started under me.
Brett was my JV coach.
So that's great.
Yep.
And I had the opportunity to ref 2 of his games last year, which is always an interesting dynamic.
Did you tee him up?
I did not. He knows better.
Did you threaten to tee him up?
I did not. He's calmed down. It's like a different person.
Yeah, kids will do that to you. Well, they had a powwow, but I'm not sure what they decided.
We didn't have an official wave off or anything to the press box,
No.
so still looking, and all eyes on Coach Lane as he's got a tough decision.
Okay,
to
we
make.
were just told 17 minutes. We were just told 17 minutes. And I would just like to say, as far as athletic directors go, I would match Coach Lane up against anybody on a wrestling mat. Any AD out there, Coach Lane. Coach Lane was quite the wrestler in his day.
I would not match him up on the golf course.
His junior year, finished second in the state in the heavyweight division.
It's insane.
He was an impressive wrestler and impressive football player.
And he attended
Wilmington.
Quakers.
Played football at Wilmington, Coach Lane, and then he coached football at Wilmington before he came back to Milton and coached and was a teacher at Milton, and then took over for Kugler when Mr. Kugler retired. Shout out to Coog. And Lane's been doing a great job. We're lucky to have him. He's a Bulldog through and through.
Did you know I interviewed for that job, the AD job?
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you not feeling well?
I am so glad. I cannot tell you how glad I am I did not get that job. So happy.
That is a difficult job.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Coach Kopp has responded with, "I expected not to be complimented, but I was. Thank you."
We may not be done yet. No, nothing but good things to say about Coach Kopp. I'm excited to see what he does up at Piqua. I'm sure he's excited to get started.
Well, if those 100 folks that are listening are any old-timers, I can tell you a story about weather back before anybody had iPhones or lightning detectors. In 1974, 5, we had lost a game early, and we couldn't afford a tie. And our homecoming that year was out here on this field in the worst sideways driving rainstorm you'd ever attended. I mean, sleet, hail, rain, everything sideways, and we played the game. I unfortunately we kicked off, and I was a sophomore on the kickoff team, and running in the mud, got knocked on my keister and spent the entire game frozen solid trying to stay warm, because that was it for me. I was on the kickoff team.
That was it.
Well, the best story about this, I wish I could remember who we were playing. It's 0-0. We have the ball on our opponent's about 40-yard line. It's late in the game, probably a minute and a half left, and Coach Farrar on 4th down is going to go for it. Kind of like our little play right out here to start this off with the fake punt, only in Coach Farrar's day, it was a 46 wedge, and everyone knew we were going to run the 46 wedge. Now, remember, it's raining sideways. It's coming down like you can't imagine. The score is 0-0, and we have to win this game. Coach Farrar calls a 46 wedge backside pass to Sam Niswanger. Now, Sam, if you're listening, if you're one of those 100, you're going to love this story.
He probably is one of these 100.
Because Donnie Howe was the quarterback. Donnie made the fake to the 46 wedge. And of the 22 people on the field, 20 of them were in a pile stopping that 46 wedge. There was one guy with the ball. He was walking away with his back to the line, and one guy running by himself down the middle of the field. Donnie Howe turned around and launched a ball to Sam Niswanger, who is all alone on about the 5-yard line, and he's winged this ball. Niswanger pulls it in on fingers that had to be extended 10 more inches, but he caught that ball. We won the game 6-0, and I got in one more quarter, one more play because we had to kick off.
Yes.
Well, good.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable game, and 2 West Milton veterans.
So when I think of rain games, and when you're coaching soccer, you always got to, when the wind's blowing, do you take the wind in the first half,
right?
Or do you wait and take it in the second half?
Right.
And in my years of experience, I have learned I would always take the wind the first half, because the wind changes directions, and you never know if you're going to have it in the second half. So I always take it when I can get it. We're playing Troy Christian in the district semifinals. We're playing up at Sydney, and it is raining sideways. It is pouring down rain, right? We lose the toss. Troy Christian takes the wind to their back, right? So it's a driving rain, pouring down, and we got the wind in our face. And I think we were up. I think Kristen scored, and we were up 1-0 at half. And we're locking. I'm thinking, all right, we weathered the storm.
Yeah.
No pun intended. And now we're going to go out, and we got a lead, and we're going to have the wind to our back. And I'm telling you, we weren't out there 5 minutes, and suddenly the wind blew sideways, and then suddenly it shifted direction, and I'm telling you, we were in the wind for another entire half.
Oh, no. So what's the final outcome?
And then we scored 2 more. We won 3-0 and played really well, and so it wasn't that much of a factor. But, yeah, we had it in our face and came out for the second half, and it changed direction, the complete opposite direction, and we played it in the wind again.
That's good coaching.
What's that?
Good coaching.
That's right. That's right.
Overcome adversity.
That's right. And I never say anything to the girls, but I'm thinking in my head, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, they played great. We played really well. I mean, we won 3-0 and could have won 5 or 6-0. So that was a good day, even though it was cold and rainy and awful.
My oldest daughter played soccer, and it created a whole new appreciation for watching the game, and especially watching the girls' game. I enjoyed watching the girls. They didn't launch the ball 40 or 50 yards. They brought it down the field with passing and precision.
Try to possess it, that's right.
It was more fun to me as someone who didn't know anything about soccer to watch the girls play, because it seemed as though the game was in motion. When the guys play, it seems like everybody's trying to kick it as far as they can and save their win for one big run at the goal.
Well, I'm going to go watch girls soccer tomorrow in Richmond. Watch Morgan play. Yeah, Morgan came home from school to watch Mason kick tonight, and she got to see an extra point in the kickoff. I'm not sure if she's going to see.
She's leaving?
No, she's not leaving.
I hope she gets to watch the rest
That's
of
the
it.
thing. Mason's they got a game they have to leave at 11 o'clock tomorrow
Oh, my goodness.
for Bell Fountain.
So then you got yourself a scoop, don't you? If they move the game to Saturday, this game to Saturday at 11 o'clock, he's going to go play soccer.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about
Is
that.
it just lightning again over the
Oh, shoot, Coach. You're right.
yeah.
Ooh, Coach Pierce won't like to hear that.
Well, soccer's is one sport, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We just had lightning right over the Bulldog, just to the right of those trees. So I don't know. It's iffy at best, guys. And I'll tell you something else.
What time would they play? At 10?
It depends. I mean, it started at 11 before. They started at 1 before, depending on how far the team's got to go. So I don't know.
Well, as hot as it is, you think they'd want to start
Be as early
as possible. Oh, what a mess that'll be for him, for Mason. Because, he'll want to be here, but he's obviously want to be with the soccer guys, too. Yeah.
That's your sport.
Going to get pulled in two directions.
So the storm continues to
I
dissipate.
just saw more lightning to the east.
And you're going to be able to see it because it's dark. They just made an announcement they're going to play in 9 minutes.
They just announced that we're going to start in 9 minutes.
Warm up in 9 minutes.
Going to get a little bit of a warm up, and we're going to get back at it.
Yeah,
I sure hope so.
And the Valley View student section is heading back into the stands. So that's good. Might have to bring a round of coffee up here. Keep us awake.
Yeah, so it's interesting. We're right in the gap of this weather. It's to our east and to our west. West of Greenville is weather, and east of our location is weather. But it looks like we're going to be able to play.
So it looks like I'm sorry, Scott. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it looks like watching the weather. South of 70, it shows, spotty rain, but it's nothing to really show up even on radar. And the storms that we had continue to dissipate as the night cools. So,
And as Coach Dickinson just said, as he's going up to the box, they changed the rule this year, and it's not. It used to be if you see lightning, you got to wait.
minutes.
Now it's how far away is the lightning, and all that. So
Thank
that's why I
goodness
think
for
we're in good shape. Mason won't have to worry about it.
So, just a strange question, but do these lights work that are underneath here?
Yes. There we go.
No, that's awesome. We just hit the big time. We turned the lights on,
That's
so I
right,
can
we got light now.
see our stat sheet.
If you're just joining us or if you've been with us, thank you. But it is 7-0 Milton Union after one quarter of play. Quarter dominated by the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs will start with the football, 1st and 10, at the Valley View 24-yard line. We have not started the second quarter of play, but they are on the doorstep to try to extend a one-score lead to 2.
I don't know if Sam Huffman is the loudest human on earth, but he's close. He's excited.
My goodness.
Well, good for the boys. It's a lot cooler out now than it was when they got off the field.
That's a huge deal, honestly. I do know this. By the time this game's over, I'm going to be really hungry and really tired. And I mean both. Because I'm already really hungry and really tired.
All right, the Bulldogs are back out on the field to warm up. Haven't seen the Spartans yet, but I'm sure they're going to be out here in a second.
I want to put a shout out to my daughter today, who got a text at school today and was asked to come into work.
And where does she work?
Over at the dairy bar.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't bat an eye. They needed her, and she went over there. And,
good for her.
And did her job. And I mean, it's her senior year, and she wanted to be here, but she was needed, so I'm going to give her some credit there. Hopefully she can get over here, because
I would think so. All right, Bulldogs warming up. Here come the Spartans. Spartans are working their way out.
And here come the student sec. Man, they are fired up over there.
Students are jacked up, which is good to hear. And if it does start to rain out here, we'll be nice and dry in the press box.
You remember that game against Defiance last year, Coach, when we
Yes.
sat here for about an hour and a half?
Yeah.
And then it was wet,
That was
cold,
pretty rough
miserable.
night for
Not
people
up-
outside.
Not up here.
Not for the press box guys.
So you interviewed the gentleman that was on the golf team today, and you asked him about the student section, and he made a comment that kind of stuck with me. He said, you know, that we've got some kids here, but we could sure use a lot more. And that kind of thing starts to build with winning and momentum and tradition. And I'm looking across the field at Sparty's Army. And that kind of support coming all the way from Germantown and not going home. Sparty's Army's hanging around in their neon orange and whatever else they've got on over there.
Yeah, it looks like a neon night or something.
They're kind of bringing it. And you got to respect
we got
the energy.
But I will say we got a pretty good student section over there. We got a good crew here tonight.
And it's a good crowd too. The bleachers may look empty, but there's a pretty healthy crowd. Not empty per se, but with a lot of open seats. But there's a healthy crowd in their seats around each end zone.
Once again, fun night to be an athletic director. Trying to keep all this in order and try to get this game done, get it in, communicate with everybody.
So we talked for about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 5 minutes.
That's right.
And we still got to talk a little bit more.
Not much.
But that was as much fun as I've had in a long time.
That was good.
It was fun.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that 100 people stuck around and listened to us.
Well, let's get them updated on some stats. Blake Newmeyer has been the workhorse for us on the ground, 7 carries and 36 yards. Elam's got 3 carries for about 7 yards. Nate Mortar had 1 scramble for a loss and 1 carry for 5 yards. And Broomball had a run around in for 3 yards. We've had the ball most of the game. Valley View had 1 possession. It was pretty much a 3-and-out after a penalty and a punt into the end zone. We took the opening drive, 70 yards in 8 plays, converted 2 fourth downs. The last fourth down, a touchdown pass from Nate Mortar to Blake Broomball, 36 yards. And prior to that, Broomball had executed a pass for 22 yards to Cooper Brown on the 4th down fake punt that Coach Pierce had told us he was going to bring. We're in the middle of a 9-play, 56-yard drive. So 17 plays, over 126 yards of offense to what I show a -3 for Valley View. Wow. Certainly a dominant performance by the Bulldogs, and a shout out to that offensive line who's getting it done. Trevor Brazina, Nick Walters, Jesse Kurtz, Jake Brown, Ethan Lane, and then certainly Connor Yates. These guys are blocking very well. Coach Pierce's game plan is unfolding for him. He's establishing a run with Newmeyer, then showing his opponent one thing and countering with another. He's spread them out. He's been able to move the ball effectively. His trick play or fake punt changed the momentum and the direction of this game. And let's see if the weather does not swing it back in favor of Valley View. The best thing that could happen for us right now is we take this ball and jam it right into the end zone.
Absolutely.
Get another touchdown. Keep the mo. We'll see who handled the sitting around for an hour.
So that's their head coach for Valley View, and he's definitely bending the ear of the referees about something.
Now, he played in the NFL.
He did 6 years with the Cincinnati Bengals. Ken Moyer.
Ken Moyer.
He was. They interviewed him on Channel 7 yesterday as this being part of the game of the week, and he had some interesting insights. He called out our number 8, who we know as Blake Broomball, as someone they were definitely going to have to be able to stop if they were going to win this game tonight. Blake's already got a 22-yard completed pass and a 36-yard touchdown catch. And he mentioned something that was an interesting observation about turnovers. He said, if you win the +1 in turnovers, you'll win about 60% of your games. And if you're +2 in turnovers, you could win over 80% of your games. Very interesting statistic to bring to bear on a game. So far, his biggest concern is penalties and his team's inability to stop the Melton offense or run the ball at all. Now, let's don't forget the fact that they opened the game with about a 37-yard touchdown run. They ran the kickoff back to the Melton 43, and their first play from scrimmage was a 37-yard touchdown run by number 12, Jake Clark. It was called back for a holding penalty that cost him the touchdown that would have answered the Melton opening drive. And so momentum swung in a big way back to us. Now it's our chance to take the ball over first down and punch it in and see if we can quiet that Sparty's Army across the field.
I'll tell you what, this delay has brought anticipation back, and both sides of the field are excited and energized. Players, fans, it is quite a scene here at Memorial Stadium. There's about a minute left before we're going to get started here.
I bet the long layoff is probably a lot harder on the referees.
Oh,
sitting around and coming back out here.
I can't imagine.
That'd be kind of rough to start a basketball game and do the first quarter and then have to sit for an hour.
For an hour and a half. That would be. Especially at my advanced age.
Looks like we're gonna play some football.
The wind is still
That's
blowing
good.
very hard here at the stadium. So 1st and 10, Milton Union. We are now starting the second quarter of play. It's 8:48, so just about an hour and 25-ish minute delay, I believe.
Sounds about right.
They're letting the
Crowd
clock
counting
run
down
yeah.
the warm-up clock. All right, everybody's jacked. Here we go.
1st and 10, there's the whistle for play. Mortar and shotgun, 1st and 10. That's Elam in motion, fake to Elam, and it's handed to Newmeyer, who cuts it up for a good run of 6. Tackled by number 51, Matthew Kofferman.
Again,
nice
that was
run.
a misdirection play. The
Kid
fake to Elam.
pulled Blake's shoe off.
They faked Elam left and came right back to Newmeyer. So you got to appreciate Coach Pierce sticking with that misdirection offense, confusing the Valley View defense, keeping them on their heels.
So a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 is snap taken by Mortar. He's back to throw. It's a pump and go. We're throwing to the corner, and it's a touchdown! A touchdown! And that's
great.
Pickerel. Touchdown, number 5.
Great catch. Great catch. Nice throw by Mortar. Nice pump fake.
And
got the defender to bite.
Sparty's Army sits 13-0. Milton Union. A great pocket pass again from Mortar, and Pickrell's got it at the back corner for a touchdown. Here's Grudich. Snap down, and it is good. 14-0. Milton Union here early.
Great start. The boys are
Second
jacked.
quarter.
11 plays, 80 yards, capped by an outstanding pass from Nate Mortar to Pickrell. The senior's back in the game, and what an outstanding over-the-shoulder catch he made. Exactly what the doctor ordered to start this game back up for the Bulldogs.
Mason's got a little wind to his back here. Maybe he can put this one in the end zone.
I'll tell you what, if Matt Pickrell becomes a big part of the offense, you've got Pickrell, you've got Brown, you've got Broomball, and then Elam and Newmeyer, and that's quite a core offensively. With this line, it looks like we could have a very successful offensive season. But what a great pass. 14-0 Milton here as Grudich gets ready to put it back into play. 11-19 second quarter. Grudich approaches and lets it go. Good kick. It's dropped into the corner. It hits at the 1, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback.
Got a good bounce. Nice kick by Mason.
Nate Mortar on offense, 3 for 4, 72
I just got a thumbs
yards,
up from Johnny Broomball on the kick.
72
Thanks,
yards
JB.
and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Mortar
3
is
for 4 with 2 touchdowns.
lighting it up tonight.
And on a side note, Nate Mortar, great kid. Great kid, quality kid. Kind of kid you like to see have success.
Well, now it's Caden Henson's turn as the Spartans have not had a first down in the football game and have only run 4 plays. Henson's got it. He steps and he throws, and it's dropped. A little low for Stidham on the slant pattern, and it's dropped. 2nd and 10.
A little slow getting up there.
Second down 10 for the Spartans.
This will be a real test for Caden Henson, the sophomore quarterback for the Spartans.
He's got the snap. He throws it quickly to the side. A good cut up and a good hit by Broomball, but it's still going to be enough for a first down, a gain of 12 on the play. 1st and 10 Valley View. Very difficult for me to see these numbers as they are just outlined in blue, white numbers on white uniforms.
Nice run after the catch there by Valley View.
Things are a little chippy on the field as well, a little after play altercation there. Something to keep your eye on. Henson's got it, and he hands it on a quick jet for a gain of about 8. Yep, that's number 12, Jake Clark, who broke a tackle and gains, let's say 7, 2nd and 3.
Move the pile on that one.
Valley View is definitely playing with emotion. This is a well-coached team. That's 14-0 deficit is not going to stop these guys from coming out here with their very best at the Bulldog defense. Got a one-on-one matchup down here at the bottom of your screen.
Clark in the slot. Henson's
Now
got it.
Broomball goes back in the middle of the field.
And Henson steps up and runs the football, and he is hit at the 40, and he squirts forward, and he's just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and about 1, and now the officials have stopped the clock, and it looks as if they are going to mark him for a first down. 1st and 10 Valley View at the 42-yard line.
So the Bulldog defense adjusted. Broomball dropped back into a free safety in the middle of the field. It may have changed the look that Henson had, and he pulled it down and decided to run for the first down.
4 receiver set. Henson in the shotgun. Clark to his right. Clark has the football. Oh, my goodness.
Nice play. Stuffed it. Good push by the defensive line there. Get in the Valley View backfield.
Clark lost 2 on the play as 3 Bulldogs converged. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 40. Henson in the shotgun. He has the football, steps, throws quickly, and it's caught. And it looks as if the Valley View Spartan will be just short, and now the official marks it and has given the Spartans a first down, and now an official's timeout, and it may be a measurement. It's either 3rd and about a foot or 1st down 10 for Valley View. Good pass by Clark there, gain of 12. And we are going to have a measurement.
Time for the chain gang to shine.
First time this year. A couple Hall of Famers on that chain.
That's right.
So watching Caden Henson, he's getting in a rhythm now. We've got a nice push up the middle, and we've been able to stop his ability to break loose and run for the most part. But his throws have been spot on in this drive. And we've got to be more disruptive. It'll be interesting to see what the Bulldogs do if they do convert this first down, if we make any adjustments on pressure to Henson.
Well, he gets rid of the ball very quickly, and the arm strength I've noticed is just
He's got
top notch.
He's got some zip on the ball.
Just a sophomore in his first career starts last week and this week. But he has an absolute cannon. So the measurement came up short. It's 3rd down and about half a foot. I formation on 3rd and less than 1. Handed to the up back who breaks it, and he cuts up, and a good run. Wow. I believe that's number 17, Cade Sears, running the football.
Nice open field tackle by Pickrell.
First down and 10, Valley View, and they've got a drive going here at the 33-yard line, first down.
Nice run by Sears that time, breaking tackles and rambling for about 20.
So Caden Henson, sophomore, 7 yards back, he's got the snap, hands it to Clark. Clark's going to get 3, where he's tackled by Connor Yates. Gain of 3 to the 30, 2nd down and 7. 7:54 on the stadium clock. Here in the second period, we had an extensive lightning delay if you're just joining us. 14-0 Milton Union.
Got 3 wide.
Henson's got it. He rolls right, being chased by Thwaites. Throw is caught for a short gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 3, and now it's ruled incomplete. So the ball did come out on that sideline. 3rd down and make it 7 from the 30.
Henson had a receiver that got behind Elam downfield and didn't see him.
What a test for our corners tonight.
Absolutely.
They're outsized. It's just one of those games to see what's going to happen from our cornerbacks.
We got 5 guys
tonight.
out.
5 wide. Henson's got it. Rushed up the middle, throw, and it's caught, and it's a touchdown. And a great pass from Henson for a touchdown, Spartans.
And he had time to throw it.
I'm
Nice
still
play by
trying
Valley View.
to get a number for the touchdown catch. It's difficult to see. It was number 12, Clark.
This is the Valley View's formation where they went for 2 on their first touchdown last week against Shawnee, and they're doing it again. The center will snap it to the man on your left, potentially.
And he's got it. And we read it, but he still broke through. 2 points. And it looks like Milton had it scouted, but Valley View executed, and that makes it 14-8, 7:19 left, second quarter.
Very impressive recovery by Valley View. Henson throwing the ball for over 50 yards, one being a 35-yard TD pass, 80-yard drive, 10 plays with a 2-point conversion, 14-8.
And we were there on that conversion. We just didn't quite make the tackle.
So it's pretty clear the Spartans plan to spread the field, work Clark as their go-to man in the rushing. He's had tonight 6 carries for close to 20 yards. We've done a good job controlling him. We've done a fair job controlling Henson scrambling when he decides to put it down and take off. But he got in a rhythm throwing the ball on that drive, and we're going to have to make some adjustments.
If they're going to go 5 wide, we got to get pressure on him.
Exactly.
You can't have time to throw if they're going to send 5 guys out.
And I don't know if we were clear, but the touchdown catch was made by number 12, Jake Clark.
Once again, we'll see if they're going to kick the broom ball or not.
So Broomball's playing free safety, and on that touchdown pass, he just kind of jumped the route. He's got to be the farthest man back on the field, and Henson just ripped that pass right in between our free safety Broomball and coverage, and touchdown.
So Phillips stays away from Broomball. That's Peyton who's got it.
Nice field position to start.
Great
Nice run by Nichols.
By Peyton Nichols, number 20. So it'll be 1st and 10, Milton at the 36-yard line. And really this, I mean, we talked about it, but this is a battle of 2 really even teams. So it's going to be exciting.
So true, Brett. And one of the things we've been able to dominate is time of possession. That was an impressive drive by Valley View, but the best thing we can do is answer and slow the pace down, which Coach Pierce seems to be willing to do. There's your misdirection again.
There's a counter play to Elam and a gain of 5. And nice run by Michael.
Found the hole, got up in it. That was good.
2nd and 5
So
from the 41.
You have a defense that's reading keys and watching what our people do. They're either watching pulling guards, they're watching motion from the backs, and if you counter against that, you're always going to be able to pick up positive yardage, and you're going to force that defense to wait on you to come to them.
Again, hand to Newmeyer, who powers his way for about 3. It'll be 3rd down and 3, or 2 yards from the 44-yard line. 3rd and 2.
Not to state the obvious, but this is a huge play in this game for the momentum of the game, possession, everything about our opportunity to keep this drive alive happens right here.
Yeah, move the chains here.
Quarterback sneak. Classic Pierce on a quarterback sneak there on 3rd and 2. Looked like a bobbled snap, and it's going to come up short. Gain of about 1, making it 4th down and 1 from the 46-yard line.
Here is a huge call for Coach Pierce, and he's going to go for it.
So 4th and 1. Here comes Connor Yates with the play call. 5:40 and counting here at the stadium.
Better hurry up. You got 10 seconds.
8 seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and it's snapped and handed to Newmeyer, and he dropped the football, and it's recovered by Valley View. And so we've got a turnover on downs, actually a lost fumble recovery. Valley View football
First down and 10 on the 43-yard line. And momentum has swung.
So I commend Coach Pierce. That's playing to win the game. It's unfortunate how it played out. Maybe it could have been a time for a timeout to talk it over. I'm not sure, but you know what? Now the defense has to step up and play ball.
So first and 10 Spartans at the 43-yard line. Henson's got the
4
football,
wide again.
And he looks to throw deep. Yates is chasing him. Yates got him, and down he goes. So Connor hit him first. Waits followed up. Give that sack to Karras, and it's a loss of 5, second down, and about 15.
And that's what we're going to have to do. If they're going to go 4 wide, 5 wide, we got to put pressure on them. We got to make him scramble, make him run.
Exactly.
Make him uncomfortable.
You called it, Andy. That's exactly what needed to happen, and Yates brought it. He may not have finished that, but it was his pressure that brought that Henson down.
So second and 13 officially.
5 wide again.
Henson hands to Clark. He's got the football, and he makes a move, cuts right, and he's tackled after a gain of just about 3. It'll be third down and 10. Bulldogs were all over that play, and Clark made a man miss to gain 3. 4:25 and counting.
Pipes is at the bottom of your screen, 6'5", all
wide
alone.
again.
Back to pass, and he is hit. And that's number 6, Carter Burner. Carter Burner, sophomore, followed by Jake Brown. And they had no opportunity there to throw the football.
Once again, get him under pressure.
Boy, did that Bulldog defense step up on that series. What a great play. What a just an outstanding effort by that D-line.
2 pressures. Got to him.
4th and 18, and Broomball's going to have an opportunity here. Late second quarter. Good snap, and the ball is gone. Great
That was
kick.
a good punt.
And it's going to end up in the end zone for a
impressive.
touchback.
That was a punt.
So that's a 52-plus yard punt.
That was impressive.
It checked up, too. It's a good thing it hit in the end zone.
There's not a big wind blowing or anything. He just got all of that one.
Jake Brown's limping a little bit coming back to the huddle, number 79. Mortar, along with Ray Copeland, coming into the football game. Ray's going to come back now. First down, 10 Bulldogs at the 20. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. Second quarter. Snap, Mortar keeps the football and tackled immediately. And so Nate was unable to get loose there. Second down, 10.
Tried to run the fake to Newmeyer, and they didn't bite.
That's true. It's a big possession for the Bulldogs. You'd almost like to see them run this clock down with a first down or 2 and regroup at the half.
Mortar and shotgun. Broomball comes in motion. Fake to Broomball. We've got a one-on-one attempt outside, and it's incomplete.
Mortar had some pressure. He didn't get a chance to set his feet and really throw like he wanted to.
So third down and 10. The pass intended for Michael Elam on a wheel route. Incomplete.
And the linebacker, he was in Mortar's face.
Yeah, Elam was open on that play. There was no safety. He got behind his man. If that ball was thrown like some of the earlier passes from Mortar, that could still be going on.
Yeah, Mortar could have got out there, but he couldn't set his feet. He got too much pressure on him.
Now we're in trouble with the play clock.
Timeout called by Milton Union. Just some confusion here on this possession.
That's all right. Only 2:37 left in the quarter for halftime. That's why you have them. Use them when you need them.
2:37 left. 14-8. Bulldogs. 3rd and 10 from the 20. Guys, what do you think about, will they have a regular halftime after what we just went through, or how's that going to play?
I think so. Unless you want some irate band parents visiting you.
Go and visit me. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I imagine I think they have to do a regular halftime.
Right.
Yeah, for those that are curious and looking at their weather report, there's rain in the area, but no severe weather, no real lightning strikes reported, so we should be able to finish this one.
3rd and 10. Mortar back to flow, quick slant.
Nice
Got it! And he is going to go to the 48-yard line. And a great pass from Nate on a quick slant. Good luck with him. First down.
Again, impressed with Mortar. Set his feet, threw a great ball. Nice catch by Broomball. I thought he was going to break it.
5 and the clock running and our 2 timeouts down. We've kind of speed it up a little bit.
Broomball split wide. They've got 2 shaded. It's going to be a one-on-one toss, and it's incomplete. There's your 50-50 ball, and that time incomplete.
And they had a safety over there watching him.
2 men on it. Hunter Piasecki.
They're not going to leave Broomball alone again.
So Coach Pierce talked about the tight end, number 85. It is Connor Yates. And let's see if he comes into play on this possession. He's at the left side of the offensive line, top of your screen.
3rd and 7. Fake to Newmeyer. Option
Run the
play.
option.
Pitch to Elam, who leaps, and he goes down at the 41-yard line.
Short of the first down, but a good effort.
Selling out on the play.
So now what do we do? 4th down, 3, minute 5. If you punt the football, you virtually guarantee a 14-8 lead at the half, and that's it looks like that's what's going to happen.
Field
here.
position.
Remember our punt play, our fake punt formation. Coach Pierce is showing it again, and he's going to call out the guys who are formation open if they want to fake this punt.
He's called play number 21 or 12, depending on that. Broomball's going to punt
kick it away.
And a good high kick. It's going to land about the 5, and it's picked up at the 2 for some reason, and he's down. It could be a safety. It is not. It's outside the goal line. It's at the 1. Almost a safety that could have been a huge play for Milton Union. But it's going to be 1st and 10 Spartans at the 1-yard line. 30 seconds to go here in the half.
I'm going to guess Coach isn't going to be too happy about that play in films tomorrow.
That's unbelievable. 14-8 Milton. It looks as if that's going to be the halftime score.
How much time do they have?
Unless we can find a way to move them back a yard, we could get 2 out of it. 30 seconds left here in the period.
What a finesse punt by Broomball. He
This
dropped
puts
that
Valley View
right inside the 5.
Puts Valley View in a tough spot here.
Under center. He's going to sneak. And he stays up, and he's still running, and he's tackled at the 5-yard line. Gain of 4 for Henson.
And they're not going to run another play.
That probably will be the last play of the first half. 10 seconds and counting.
Good half.
5
Good half for the
seconds and
Bulldogs.
counting.
Good football.
That's going to be the half. It's Milton Union 14 and Valley View 8. Valley View will get the kickoff to start the second half. We are having a 10-minute halftime only, 10-minute halftime here today at the stadium. I don't believe the bands are going to have time to play, Coach. Not tonight. Scott, you got any stats?
I'm going to roll them up for you and get you some totals as soon as I can.
All right. I figured you'd have those done already.
Everybody got out their 50-50 tickets. They'll be calling a number here in about a minute, so get their 50-50 tickets out.
All things considered, I think Coach Pierce will be happy with the half. Happy with the 14-8 lead.
If you have ticket number 702 456.
And somebody's making some money with the 50-50.
Ticket 702 456.
702-456 for those of you who want to play lottery numbers tomorrow night. All right, some Major League Baseball scores as Scott works feverishly on the stats. 6-0 Cincinnati in Miami. That's the only one I really care about. Cubs 6, White Sox 1 in the second. Cardinals 3, Pirates 2, bottom of the sixth. Tampa Bay 6, Baltimore 2. Now, do you guys know about the Orioles? They had lost 18 games in a row until last night, and then they won yesterday, but they're back on their losing streak tonight. So it's 1-19 in the last 20. No. Phillies 2, D-backs nothing, top of the fifth. Indians 3, Red Sox 1, seventh. The Nationals lead the Mets 2-1. Mets have fallen apart. Blue Jays 1, Tigers 1. And then the best team in baseball, in my opinion, the San Francisco Giants lead the Atlanta Braves 3-2, top of the fourth. Astros and Rangers 0-0. Twins 2, Brewers nothing. And then later tonight, Padres and Angels at 9:38 p.m. Yankees and Athletics. The Yankees have won 12 in a row. Rockies and Dodgers. And then Royals and Mariners for those late night psycho fans. 10-10. Good times.
So I just found out that my wife's friend just won the 50-50 who had the ticket right before my wife. So I'm sure she's happy about that.
I wonder what that noise was about.
Eight minutes to go in the half. I said the bands would want to come out and play, and I think they went home. They have a competition tomorrow, maybe?
I don't think so. Not
No?
yet. No. I don't think so.
And, of course, Coach Lane, not only does he have a nice long night tonight, but an early morning for the Bob Schul tomorrow. 1,500 runners coming to Bulldog Country.
Did I tell you that I'm so glad I didn't get that job?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Coach Lane, about 3 o'clock tomorrow, is going to collapse once the Bob Schul's over. But the crowd, I don't think we lost too many people.
No. I was
Because of the
impressed
weather.
by that. Look at the end zone. I mean, there's still people
Yeah,
on
we-
both end zones.
I don't know if we lost very few people, if any. Coach Lane also is getting his steps in for the day. It's about the sixth time I've seen him walking across the field.
Oh, my goodness. Did I mention I'm hungry? I'm hungry.
Yeah, we've been here for a little bit.
Uh-huh. Well, I left school and went to the golf course. So, one of those days.
You did have some Lee's chicken, though, when you.
I did. But you know what? It's only like 3 pieces. I'm a growing boy, Coach.
To get you some quick game stats.
Looks like we got the Valley View Ball Boys showing off their arm strength.
If they knew what they looked like, they probably wouldn't be out there. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Coach. Scott, go ahead.
Future linemen out there passing around, looks like. So the Bulldogs, Blake Neumeyer's been the workhorse tonight, 9 carries. These are all unofficial stats, 45 yards. Michael Elam's carried 6 times for 21 yards. Broomball, 1 carry early in the game for 3 yards. And then our quarterback, Mortars, 4 carries for 5 yards. Some of his negative yardage is one, certainly a sack. So total rushing yards for the Bulldogs, 74 yards. Passing is where we've really been able to shine tonight. Mortar is 4 for 7, 102 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Broomball's 1 for 1, a 4th down conversion for 22 yards, which really set the tone for the opening drive for the Bulldogs. Receiving, Broomball 3 catches, 79 yards and a TD. Cooper Brown 1 for 22. That was the 4th down reception. And then Pickrell, a fantastic catch over the shoulder, 1 catch, 25 yards and a touchdown, for a total 124 passing yards for the Bulldogs. Total yardage for the Bulldogs, 198, and 14 points on 2 touchdown passes. For the Spartans, their workhorse on the ground has been Jake Clark, 7 carries, but only 11 yards. He's had 1 8-yard run, but 2 runs resulted in -5 and -2, so only 11 total yards. Henson, the quarterback, has been kept in check, and this was a critical part of the game plan from Coach Pierce. He's had 4 times he's tucked it and took off with 6 yards, and one time he did have a 5-yard carry on a run that was to be a pass. Cade Sears is the big leading rusher for the Spartans at 1 carry, 20 yards, a total of 37 rushing yards. Passing, the touchdown drive is where the sophomore Caden Henson stepped up and played exceptionally well. He's overall for the first half 3 for 5, 57 yards and a TD. And then what could loom as a big play is the 2-point conversion that the Bulldogs were prepared for, but Valley View continued to execute perfectly and convert, bringing them their 8-point score. So at the half, 14-8. The biggest difference in the game, really, it's a story of 3 big drives. The Bulldogs started the game on their own 30 and went 8 plays, 70 yards, converted 2 4th downs, one on the fake punt, and the other converted 4th down was the touchdown pass. So a tremendous opening possession. And then the defense came out and played fantastic for the Bulldogs. Valley View had an excellent kickoff return. They started on the Bulldog 43-yard line, and their first play from scrimmage was a touchdown called back because of a holding play. That play, if you start to identify plays that turn a game, that's got to be one of the 5 in this outing, and certainly in the half, that turned the favor our way. We get the ball back and march after we hold them on basically a 3-and-out, and then they punt. After a great defensive stand, we take an 11-play, 80-yard march down the field for another touchdown. We end up with a huge rain delay. The Bulldogs, or Valley View, then comes out, puts together their best drive of the night, an 80-yard possession. That's the one where Henson threw the ball so well and scored the touchdown. The things that jump off the page for the Bulldogs is the containment of Henson as a running threat. He has such a quick release, but our defense, especially our defensive ends, have made outstanding containment plays. Yates is one. Our other defensive end that made a huge sack on a 3rd down play was, I believe, Peyton Nichols. Was it Nichols that made the sack, number 20? I'm not for sure. It was an outstanding play by our defensive end on that 3rd down play that stopped the Valley View possession.
It was Carter Burner, number 6.
Number 6, yes. Thank you very much. That was it. I want to make sure we give the credit where it's due, because the defense really has stepped up. Outside of the one Valley View possession where they showed a lot of momentum and poise moving the ball down the field, our defense has played really well. We had one fumble that Valley View recovered. It was on a 4th down attempt, so it didn't really hurt us. It did flip the field a little bit, probably cost us an opportunity to score late in the half. Penalties are big jumping off the page for the Spartans. The holding play cost them a touchdown, and then they had a pass interference penalty called on them that gave us 15 yards and kept one of our earlier drives alive. So that's a rundown for the first half.
And I got a couple quick stats from Doc Ginn. Rushing, Milton 70 yards on 20 attempts, and Valley View 35 yards on 13 attempts. Passing, Milton 121 yards, 5 of 8. Valley View 54 yards, 3 of 5. Here's a big stat that jumps at you. Time of possession, Milton Union 15:38, Valley View 8:22. We had the ball most of that half.
Yeah. They just had the one drive.
So I feel pretty good because Dr. Ginn's stats and my numbers are within plus or minus 5 yards.
There you go,
man. That's good stuff.
Plus or minus the margin of error, right?
There you go.
Good stuff, Scott. That's why you're here. That's
I'm
why
having
you're here.
a blast. I love it.
So Valley View is going to receive the football in just under 3 minutes. And that first drive sets a tone both ways. We know that. Coaches talk about the first 4 to 8 minutes in basketball and how important that is. And it's the same idea here.
Yep.
How are we going to play the first
tone
part
early.
of this
Set the
third
tone.
quarter?
So one thing we haven't seen that Coach Pierce talked about was getting his tight end into the game.
That's right.
Number 85, Connor Yates. We've not seen the ball thrown his way yet. And it'll be interesting to see if that door opens for him because our wide receivers, Pickrell with a touchdown 25-yard catch and Broomball with 3 catches for 79 yards and a TD. They definitely are going to keep their eye on them, which should free up the tight end. Maybe that's something Coach Pierce is sitting on for the second half.
I would say the same thing with number 19, Cooper Brown, who's going to have some isolations because they're starting to shade Broomball. And you had that one-on-one early. That we haven't seen that again.
No,
so
they got a safety shading to Broomball. He's not going to be. Nobody's going to be on an island by themselves with Broomball.
And we're going to run the football. We're going to get our 3 to 5 yards on runs. That's just who we are. But if we want big plays, I think 19 and 85 are the two numbers to look for here in the second half.
Yeah, we have several threats out there.
1:20 left on the clock, and Mason's about ready to get us started here in the third quarter of action. And it's like I've talked to a number of people on the phone here about how much rain around us has come down. The Thompsons, she said it was raining so hard they couldn't see the barn from their house. And that's just what, 4 miles from here?
Yeah, 4 miles away.
And we haven't got a drop.
Well, once again, the sun always shines on West Mountain, Ohio.
I forgot. All right, 35 seconds and counting on the stadium clock. This is going to be an exciting half of football. Stick with us at home.
The referee was telling something to the kickoff team here. Waiting for the clock to run down. Waiting for the clock. 8 seconds.
Understood that. Looks like we're ready. Put the clock at 0. Let's go. Must be some sort of rule. All right, it's at 0.
And all that time they couldn't give him the ball and let him set it up.
No, illegal. I told you, there's got to be a rule involved somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, Mason Grudich to kick. Sparty's Army is in full throat across the way. And here we go, third period of play. Ball's caught at the 7, 10, 15. Cuts up at the 20-yard line and down at the 25. A decent return, but Good coverage by the Bulldogs, tackled by number 32.
So let's see what Caden Henson, the sophomore quarterback, has in store for this second half. He has such a quick release. We've had great pressure on him. They've not been able to run the ball. We've taken that away from the Spartans tonight. So it's going to have to be quick passing to open up that Bulldog defense.
Yeah, once again, I just think the key is going to be, they're going to put 4 wide and 5 wide. Can we get pressure on him? Can we make him uncomfortable, make it tough on him?
So Henson at quarterback, again, number 12, Jake Clark, who has had the only touchdown for Valley View, to his, actually in the I formation, and he's got the football, sneaks through, gets to the 30, the 32-yard line, and a really good run from Jake. It's 8-yard. Let's make it 7 yards. Second down and 3 from the 33-yard line.
Thought we might have had him a little bit earlier, but he made a nice strong run, broke a couple tackles.
Henson's got it, fakes it, rolls to his left, throws, incomplete. Pass intended for number 17, Cade Sears, falls to the turf. And a big third down play here, 3rd and 3 from the 33-yard line.
Broombell's got to be careful there. The referee thought about it. He didn't throw it, but he thought about it.
And it's interesting observation, Andy, because Broomball was cheated way up. He was playing run. Now this is a run pass, and watch Broomball in coverage. We're leaving the middle of the field open right here.
4 wide pass. He's at his feet. He lets it go. It's intercepted. Broomball, 40, 35, 30, 25-yard line. Intercepted. Pressure on, and he threw it up for grabs. And Broomball intercepted it.
Ill-advised pass. He was off balance, getting hit. Should not have thrown it. Should have ate it.
That's a sophomore mistake. Big arm. Thought he could make a play. Turns it over. Bulldog football at the 25-yard line.
Once again, pressure by the Bulldogs was the difference.
So true. That D-line was all over Henson, and that was an ill-advised throw, and Broomball made the
Pickerel's
best
out
of
here
it.
by himself. He's uncovered.
There's nobody guarding
He's
him.
Uncovered.
There's nobody guarding
He's
him.
absolutely uncovered. He's got it. Touchdown! And I don't know what happened there, but he was on the field and uncovered.
There was nobody on him.
A 30, make it a 25-yard touchdown pass.
That was a huge defensive mistake by Valley View. There was nobody out there. There was nobody guarding him.
It's 20-8 Milton. And the MU flags are flying. So Mason here with the extra point, trying to make it 21-8. And Nate Mortar is having himself a career football game. Takes the snap, puts it down, kick is wide left. He got a little bit antsy there and missed it left. 20-8.
So I don't know how many people we have in the stands, but I'll guarantee you everybody on the home side was waving at the quarterback to see Pickrell. He was so wide open.
There wasn't anybody out there.
Oh, my.
There was nobody out there.
It was like they had 10 people. And the corner wasn't on the field.
I think Nate Mortar was so shocked. He floated that ball out there, just wanted to almost hand it to Pickrell. He was so wide open.
He almost overthrew it, didn't he?
It's so true, but thank goodness the football gods are shining down on the Bulldogs tonight, because that was a gift. That was an absolute gift, and we'll take it.
It's just unbelievable to me how that happened. And he did not sneak on the sideline. He was out there with the players in the huddle. He was on the field the entire time, and they just didn't cover him.
There's nobody out there.
Now, he was not in the huddle. He was on the sideline, but he was on the field. So an interesting play for sure. All right. So Mason here to kick. 20-8, 10:52, third period. We got ourselves a little pooch kick, and we've got offsides, I believe. And in high school football, when you're offsides, you're going to stop the play, and we're going to re-kick from the 35-yard line. Offsides, Milton Union.
I was wondering what he was doing on his run-up.
I'll tell you what, Scott, you said it earlier, coaches got playing for the win tonight. There's all kinds of stuff coming out tonight.
So that was a planned jump ball at about the Valley View 40-yard line is what that looked like. And it was close to materializing favorably for us, and then the official blew it dead.
And as you know, kickoffs are loose balls and free. I guess the term would be free balls, and you are allowed to recover a kickoff
After it travels 10 yards.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, so Mason again is going to approach the football now from the 35, and he hits it good, and it's going to be at the 15. I believe that's Clark at the 20. Oh my goodness. Mason's going to have his first attempt here at a tackle, and he's going to get him down at the 29-yard line. That's number 2, J.T. Ferguson, who ran the football back all the way to the 29-yard line. Tackled by Mason Grudich.
The kicker with his first tackle ever in his life.
He's probably not even tackled his sister very often.
No, she tackled him.
That's what I thought. So first down and 10, and the field has flipped, and the momentum has switched immediately.
There's a lot of time left in this game, and Valley View's in a great position now to put points on the board and steal back, as you mentioned, the momentum.
Henson with the football, hands it to, no, he keeps it, and he'll be sacked. And it's number 22, Karis Thwaites first, followed by Ethan Lane, number 73, and another Bulldog as well, 2nd and 13. Run pass option. And Henson held the football.
That's so true. That is a coverage sack, if nothing else. He pulled that ball back, and he was looking to throw, and our defense was all over him, and excellent coverage down the field by the Bulldogs. There's no one in the middle of the field for Milton right now.
2nd and 13 from the 31. Henson to pass. Steps, throws. The ball is caught, and we've got a missed tackle and a first down all the way down to the 14-yard line. First down, 10, Valley View. That's number 2, J.T. Ferguson with the catch. 6'2", 182-pound senior who caught the football, made a move. First down and 10.
And we didn't get a lot of pressure on him that time. He able to drop back and set his feet. Made a nice throw.
Henson with Clark to his right. Will drop the pass. Rolls to his right, looking. He's going to run the football and forced out of bounds after a short gain by Thwaites. It's going to be 2nd down and about 9, make it 8 from the 14-yard line. .9:16 left, third quarter of action.
And need to disrupt this rhythm a little bit. Bellamy's starting to get a little bit of rhythm going.
Henson back to pass again. Pressure on screen pass, and they've got it set up. That's Clark, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Valley View. A great call from the coaching staff, and it is a touchdown.
2014.
That was the perfect call for that play. They knew we were going to blitz.
That was an excellent call by the Valley View coaching staff to throw that little middle screen. We've been confusing Henson in our coverages, and keeping him off balance, that's a great way to let them settle, get under their feet underneath them and put points on the
High
board.
snap, Phillips kicks, and it is good. Snuck it in the left upright. 2015, Milton Union here, early third quarter. There's been so much action, you'd think there'd be less time on the clock, but
a lot of throwing.
2 minutes and 51 seconds. We've seen 2 touchdowns.
5 plays, 29 yards, and that was set up by an excellent kickoff return all the way down the Bulldog 29-yard line. So Valley View comes out and answers after the Bulldogs score. And we're at a 5-point game with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Great game. That's what we expected.
Anybody think it was going to be easy tonight?
It's never easy.
Never easy.
Never easy. For the players or the announcers.
Yeah, we got it real rough up here. Final score from beautiful Miami, Florida. Cincinnati wins 6-0. Have a chance to go 3 games up in the wild card if the Padres can find another loss tonight. Guess what I'll do when I get home?
Watch a little baseball.
I'll be watching the Padres. See what's going on.
What time will that game end?
1 a.m. I won't make it.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
So Broomball and Pickrell both back, it looks like, for the Bulldogs. It's kind of a dual threat. Is that is that number 5 with him?
Yes,
yeah,
it is. Yeah. And
Now
they just switch sides, too. Well, Caden Phillips to hit the football. 20-15. High, short kick. Pickrell's got it at the 20-yard line. And he's down. I'm sorry, he had it at the 10 and got to the 20-yard line.
9:02 to go in the third. Lot of football to play.
So Milton Union will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Cooper Brown split wide left with Broomball in the slot. And Elam on the right. Going to pass. It's going to be a short pass to Broomball, who's got it. A gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. And he got up. So that's... He was hit hard. 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line.
Little guy on the tackle. Excited because he made a tackle.
You can feel the emotion from the Valley View sideline. 2nd and 6 from the 24. Handed to Newmeyer, found a crease, and it looks like
nice
he's got
run.
first down. First down for Blake. A gain of 6. 1st down and 10 from the 30.
Move the chains. That's what we need to do. Get some rhythm going here.
Snap, pump. It's a one-on-one. Uh-oh. Incomplete. I think they had that one covered very well.
Pass is incomplete.
And the ball was overthrown. 2nd down and 10, and that was for Cooper on the sideline. 2nd and 10. Copeland split right.
It's interesting, at the bottom of the screen, we see the Valley View defender down here on this wideout. And that was the one that was missed on the touchdown to Pickrell earlier.
That's Hunter Piasecki. Pitch to Broomball, cuts it up, and he's hit after a gain of 2. 3rd down and 8 from the 32-yard line. Tackled by number 32, Jedrick Lynch.
Big play here to move the chains, get another set of downs, keep the clock rolling.
So 3rd and 8 from the 32, 7:15 on a rolling clock here at the stadium. Mortar, snap, he's got it. Swings it out to Elam. Elam cuts it up, and he's not going to get the 1st down. A gain of about 3, and it'll be 4th down and 5. Let's say 4, but the punt team is coming out.
So a nice defensive stand by the Spartans, and they forced a punt, and they're going to end up with great field position, down by 5.
Does the Riverboat Gambler look to throw here?
I think that this is one of those times where you've got to rely on your defense to make a stop.
Oh, good Lord, it's a high snap. And he's going to pick it up at the 0 and kick it, and he got rid of it. And a great play. Oh, my goodness, it's going to work out a little bit. A great play by Broomball to get the ball out of the end zone after a
Looked like a little Australian rules football there.
Wow, so officially a 6-yard punt, but he kicked it about 50. 46 yards, officially 6 yards on the punt, but an absolutely huge play to save 46 yards in field position.
Well,
that was a huge play.
It'll go down as a very short punt by Broomball, but that actually should be ruled a turnover because of the impact that play has to the field position of the Spartans and potentially the game.
So Valley View begins 1st and 10 on the Milton Union side of the field. Clark has the football, 40, 35, 30, and he's carrying Bulldogs. Momentum has changed.
Official timeout on the field.
1st down and 10 at the Milton Union 30, a gain of 16 for Jake Clark.
He's been their workhorse tonight, and he's now starting to find his own rhythm. His last carry 20, the play before 8, he's starting to be a factor in the game.
Jake Brown limping a little bit.
Clark. Oh, he got hit that time, and it was Peyton Nichols first, followed by Brown.
Nice hit by Nichols and Brown.
And he felt that one. 2nd down 10, gain of 0. 5:15 and counting here in a very long 3rd quarter and a very long evening here after an hour and a half lightning delay in between the 1st and 2nd quarter. Henson, he's got it, looking to throw, throws deep, and it is incomplete. That was for Cade Sears, number 17, and it just fell to the turf.
So in
3rd down 10.
In a passing down, we look like we're matching up man-to-man coverage with these guys and trying to run with them. We don't have anyone deep in the middle of the field, and they're spreading the field, and we're running with their receivers. So we're challenging Henson to be able to complete that ball down the field, man-to-man.
Trying to get some pressure. They're 4 wide again.
Now it's 3rd and 10. Are we going to sit anyone? No. Look at the coverage again by the Bulldogs. Looks like no deep safety, yes.
Timeout Valley View. The play clock was running down under 5, and the Spartans have called timeout in what will be a huge 3rd and 10.
Big play here in the 3rd quarter.
It's a very aggressive stance by the Bulldogs to match up with Valley View in this coverage. You're basically putting each of your defenders on an island and asking them to step up and make a play, and counting on the interior pressure you can get from your line and contain to make Henson release the ball quickly.
Well, Coach, we've only been at this for 3 hours.
That's all?
Yeah, just 3 hours.
It was a quick 3 hours.
That's all right.
What else would you rather do?
We're having fun. Absolutely. Huge play here.
Okay, so now we've got
huge play. We got him in a 3rd and long.
Broomball at free safety in the middle of the field.
Henson has the snap.
And we're coming after him.
He's got a screen to number 3, Austin Stidham, who is hit and brought down after a gain of 12 and a 1st down. So it's 1st down and 10 Valley View on another screen, more of a bubble screen that time to the wide receiver, Stidham.
Playing off of our aggressiveness.
So we sat back in a zone, sent the linebackers, and basically freed that underneath. It's a great cat and mouse game with these two coaches.
Henson's got it. He gives it to Clark. Clark cuts outside, and he's going to be brought down. And that's Broomball flying up from the free safety position for a loss of 4. 2nd down, 14.
Nice play by Broomball to get up there quick.
There is no substitution for speed, and Broomball is the fastest player on the field, and that kind of closing speed. Jake Clark bounced that to the outside, and he had green grass in front of him, and out of nowhere shows up number 8. Great play. Now again, a passing down. Broomball's in the middle of the field. We're going to sit back.
We're not matched up out here.
Henson drops the throw.
They got 3 guys, and we got 2.
And a wide open catch.
Yeah, they had 3 guys out. They had 3 guys out, split left, and we had 2 guys out there to cover.
And it's 1st down and goal from the 3. 3:42 left, 20-15, and rhythm been found by this young quarterback who looks really, really good. Ball is actually placed at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal to go from the 1. Handed to Clark. Clark follows Sears into the end zone. And the Valley View Spartans have their first lead of the football game, 21-20, 3:13 left, 3rd quarter.
So
We've had a lot of things happen in this 3rd quarter. Go ahead, Scott.
7 plays, 47 yards, results in a touchdown. The biggest takeaway in this quarter, Andy, is the possession, the starting possession of the Spartans. The touchdown, they started on their 29, and this one they started on the Bulldog 47.
Absolutely.
And that starting was the result of Broomball, the snap over his head. He makes a fantastic kick, but still, you can't give a team like Valley View the ball inside your own territory and expect to stop them every time, and that's been the difference maker right now.
Caden Phillips adds the extra point, and it is now 22-20 Valley View, 3:13 left in the quarter.
The character of a team is defined by adversity, and the Bulldogs have thrown everything at the Spartans, and now they look at the clock. They're down by 1 with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. This is when a team's character is defined.
It's time for us to answer. You got to answer. You're going to have adversity in every game. This is the time to answer.
We've had a lot of good fortune come our way, but this is a time where we need to put together a Bulldog drive. Newmeyer carrying the ball, Elam some nice downfield passes. The run pass option needs to come into play. We don't need to go for the long 30-40 yard pass down the field. Let's be methodical. Let's put together a good possession drive, take it into the fourth quarter, and hopefully take the lead.
Absolutely. That's going to be up front. How does the line play?
So we've got a touchdown in this this second half, but when you start to look at the plays we've run, I think we've run 5 plays.
Yeah.
So it's a tale of two halves right now.
Ball is kicked low, and Michael Elam knocks it down, picks it up, 25, 30, runs the football out to the 34-yard line.
Okay, good field position. Good place to start. I'd like to see us get back to a little more Newmeyer. Start pounding Newmeyer a little bit.
Zach Myers on that tackle for Valley View.
I agree, Andy. He set up our misdirection plays by picking up good yardage in the first half. He had runs of 6-6, 16-6. Good pickups in his first half gains, and it allowed that misdirection to come into play as that defense started to watch and look for number 43. So here we go.
So Milton Union's got 3 split wide right with Blake Newmeyer getting the handoff, and he cuts up, makes a man miss, and will gain about 3 yards to make it second down and 7.
Number 3 out there for Valley View, John with broom ball.
So
see if they remember to
man, he's out here by himself to
pick up Pickrell this time.
My goodness. Second down 7. Under center. Counter play. That's Elam, and he's going to gain maybe a yard. Tackled by number 3, Austin Stidham. Makes it third down and about 5 from the 39-yard line. 2:12 left. 3rd and 5. We look tired.
we do. We've lost the mojo. We need a first down in a big way.
Need a big play. We need a big play to get it back.
Cooper Brown split wide left. Pickrell right. Broomball in motion. He's got the football. And we're going to throw the pass. And he's got it. A little halfback option. And he's got it. There is a flag on the field. Flag on the play.
Should have been a
personal foul.
Roughing the passer. We'll add 15
personal foul.
More.
What a great catch by Pickrell. Over the shoulder.
And so the ball is caught at the 25, and it looks as if we'll add another 15 yards to about the 10-yard line. Personal foul, roughing the passer.
So Pickrell, who didn't play last week, is having a phenomenal night receiving the ball. 3 catches, 85 yards, and a touchdown. And Broomball is perfect through the air, 2 for 2, 57 yards. And once again, Coach Pierce pulls out another awesome call from his playbook to put the Bulldogs in great field position to take back the lead.
So it is 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line after the mark-off. 1:44 left. And the Bulldogs are in position. to maybe take the lead here at the end of the third quarter. Handed to Newmeyer. 10, 5, tackled high and all the way down to the 4-yard line. Second down and 2 from the 4.
Nice run by Newmeyer.
Great blocking inside there by Walters, the center, Brazina, Kurtz, Brown, Lane. These guys are moving the front line, controlling the line of scrimmage, doing a great job, and let Newmeyer run free.
I wouldn't be shocked to see a sneak here. Handed to Newmeyer. Feet moving. He's down to about the 2. He may be just shy of a first down. He is. That's third down now, and 1 yard for a first down, 2 yards for a touchdown. Clock moving, 50 seconds left, third quarter.
Sneak mortar up the middle.
And it looks like an official's timeout for measurement.
So let's talk about this. If we score this touchdown, it takes it
And
to 20.
they just called a first down.
26 to 22. So it would naturally look as though we'd maybe want to go for 2 here.
It's possible. They gave us a first down and make it first down and goal from the 1. 35 seconds and counting, third quarter. Under center, he's got it. Handed to Newmeyer. Newmeyer's pounding, and he is short. So second down, and he's just inches away from the goal line. That will be the last play of the third quarter.
And that's not bad for us. Let's run some more clock. Let's take a few more seconds off the fourth quarter clock.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that will be the quarter. And so at the end of 3, Valley View has scored 15 unanswered points to take a 22-20 lead, but the Bulldogs are inches away from a fourth quarter lead.
Hey, guess what? I got a trivia question.
Let's do it.
3 hours in, and I got another trivia question. Okay, here we go. What event happened the longest time ago? What event happened the longest time ago? A Bulldog passed for 3 touchdowns, a Bulldog caught 3 touchdowns, or a Bulldog ran for 3 touchdowns.
So timeout, because we just threw for 3 today.
Well, that was before today.
So the irony of it would be 3 touchdown passes. I'll go with that answer just because of the ironic nature of what just happened in the first 3 quarters.
So your guess is 3 touchdown passes caught?
That's no, thrown.
Or thrown?
Yeah.
Well, the answer is ran for 3 touchdowns, Blake Newmeyer. 2020 Carlisle, passed for 3 touchdowns, Nathan Broomball versus Wyoming in 2019, and caught 3 touchdown passes, Kenny Battiston.
Oh, yeah. 2005.
Versus Oakwood in 05. Courtesy of one Mitchell Evans.
There you go.
All right, time for us to get the Mo back, get a touchdown, retake the lead.
Coach Pierce is famous for quarterback sneaks here. 2nd and 1. It's just inches away from a touchdown. All 22 players inside of the tight ends. Handed to Newmeyer. Pounding. And we've got Bulldogs raising the hands, but we don't have officials raising the hands. No, he's short. 3rd down.
This can play into our hands as long as we score. Taking time off the clock.
We got an extra point
and get a lead.
Count for 3 if we don't. Gives us a 23-22 lead if we want to go field goal either. All kinds of options here. But man, we got to score from the inch. 1 inch. We need an inch. 3rd down. Play clock at 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to pitch it to Newmeyer, who's going to score a touchdown.
My goodness, that took a long time to get there, but he got there. 26-22. And it looked like he was going to walk in.
And they're going to go for two. They're going to go for two to get the 8-point lead.
6-point lead. We're up 4.
Sorry, my bad. I'm a history teacher.
It's late. (26-22). Pickrell coming in late to the football game.
It was an 8-play, 66-yard drive by the Bulldogs. Chewed up a bunch of time. Exactly what we needed to do coming off that Valley View score.
Play clock at 4. Looks like a blitz. It is a blitz. Oh my goodness, no time. Yeah, right up the middle, and that's number 10, Gavin DeGroat, who timed it perfectly. But with 11:06 left in the football game, Milton Union leads 26-22.
Good answer. We said we had to answer, and we did.
We did.
So now the defense has got to step up here.
Would you rather be ahead by 4 or down by 4 with 11 minutes to go? That's an easy answer.
You know, we're getting great play tonight from Nate Mortar. I have him unofficially 7 out of 11, over 116 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Just an excellent game by Nate, protecting the ball, running when the pass isn't there, finding his open receivers, and really playing an outstanding game tonight for the Bulldogs. Call out to that great offensive line who's protecting Nate back there. Trevor Brazina, Nick Walters, Jesse Kurtz, Jake Brown, Ethan Lane, our tight end Connor Yates when he stays in for protection. These guys are doing a phenomenal job. They're moving the line of scrimmage and controlling at the point of attack and allowing the stars to that are throwing the ball and touching the ball to execute to perfection. Now we need a defensive stop.
Number 1, Mason Grudich, about to put the ball in play. And he does. He squibs it. It's going to bounce high at the 20 where it's picked up. 25, 30, 35. There's a holding foul and out of bounds at the 50 and another flag. And so we have got 2 flags on the field. We've got a hold call and we've got a late hit, which will offset. So I believe
got it hit out of bounds and a hold.
I believe that we will re-kick from the 45-yard line. We'll see.
We're going to do this all over again?
I'm not sure. Looks like the way the officials are acting, it's going to be marked off 10 and then marked off 15 from that spot. So if that's the case.
So one penalty occurred during the course of play. The other was a dead ball foul.
Correct. And so we're going to get a mark off to about the 30 and then a remark off. So if I'm correct, which I have oftentimes not been, it'll be 1st and 10 Valley View at the 45-yard line on the dead ball personal foul. Stop at the 45, sir. There we go.
Nice job.
Thank you. Not my expertise here.
So Valley View started this half, if I recall, with the interception that gave us great field position.
30 would have been better than the 45, but
yeah,
correct.
MU then, they started the last 3 possessions for Valley View have been on our own 29, our own 47, and now on their own 45. So they've had great field position the last 3 possessions they've had the ball.
Henson.
That's a blitz.
Hands to Clark, and he is stuffed for -3. Connor Yates, number 85.
So that was
down,
that was
12.
a run blitz call right there on first down. We're sitting in a zone defense with room ball in the middle of the field, and we sent everybody to stop that run.
Zeb Hines with a nice play there on the blitz.
2nd and 12 officially. 43-yard line. Henson, he's got the football. He's got time, looks over the middle, wide open, and a catch. Yeah, it's number 3, Austin Stidham, brought down by Broomball, but a first down, and just too much time for the strong arm sophomore.
A lot of time to sit back there and find his receiver, and
Just has an absolute cannon. 10:02, 10:01, 10 minutes to go, fourth quarter, in what has been a fantastic football game. 26-22 Milton, but Valley View driving at the Milton Union 40. Henson, blitz screen is set up again, and Clark is going to score easily.
Penalty flag.
There is a flag on the field.
it's coming back.
And we have a coach on the field, a flag and a coach on the field.
Coach is way out on the field. Throw another flag on that guy.
Valley View fans are pleased.
Don't wave it off. Don't let him intimidate you.
Milton fans are enjoying it. It's going to be a holding call. Much like the first touchdown of the game brought back, a second touchdown now has been brought back with a holding call at the 32-yard line. 10 yards back. We'll make it first down and 12 from the 42-yard line.
I have penalties from Valley View, 5 tonight. 2 have resulted in touchdowns being called back. And that screen pass is money for them. They have found the Achilles heel of this defense.
They've been successful with it all night.
Play clock at 8. Play clock at 6. Valley View confused. Henson's got the snap, handed to Clark. Clark is going to throw the football. There are Milton Union Bulldogs everywhere, and he's going to end up back at the line of scrimmage for second down and 12. Jake Brown on the field trying to get up. Sits up. Looks like he has a cramp. He does have a cramp. And we have a timeout. Second down and 12. No gain. And it looked like he was trying to throw the football.
Yeah, and I didn't see anybody downfield. Jake cramping up a little bit.
Just a matter of time before this happens with this heat.
So we're seeing a lot of emotion from that Valley View coaching staff after that last penalty, called back that touchdown. And it's hard to believe that head coach, Ken Moyer, was not penalized for being 20 yards out onto the field, jawing with the referee. That's interesting that there wasn't a dead ball.
How he didn't get a flag on that, I do not know.
So true.
Maybe that guy was a Bengals fan at one time.
You did not. You didn't do that, did you? You did, didn't you?
Yeah. He was all the way out in the middle of the field.
Yes, he was.
Screaming at the referee. How's that not 15
I
yards?
said that's a flag and a coach on the field. Second and 12. You just have the feeling, I have the feeling, maybe you guys don't, that we're just hanging on here. We need to make a play.
Somebody needs to make a play for us. We need somebody to step up and make a play.
There are guys just running wide open.
So again, it looks like we're sitting in almost a man coverage.
Henson, screen, bubble screen, Yates. Oh, it's a fumble, and the Bulldogs have the football. Connor Yates, and it's recovered by number 64. And they went to the screen again, and that time it was read by Yates,
who caused the fumble and recovered by number 64 of the Bulldogs. Colton Holgren. Unbelievable play. And so
Well, there's the play we were looking for.
The Dogs have new life here with the football. 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes, 9 seconds. First and 10 from the
Now
44.
We need a ground and pound now.
Newmeyer. He's got it. And he's hit after a gain of 2. Number 3, Austin Stidham.
So number 79, Jake Brown, made a great block out there to give Newmeyer some room to run, but that defense just closed so quickly.
Stidham is all over the field. And he's not very big, 5'8", 153.
Wow.
But he is everywhere. Second down and 8.
Yeah, they might be leaving Broomball alone again. Broomball's by himself here.
Anybody see number 85 running free? Pass, and it's off the hands of Pickrell and incomplete. Third down and 9.
Tell you what, they're leaving. Broomball was alone out here.
Alone or one-on-one alone?
One-on-one alone.
Okay.
So it's an interesting matchup. Number 2 is JT Ferguson. He's 6'2", 182, a senior. And they're willing to let him sit out here on an island in coverage with both Broomball and now Pickrell at the bottom of your screen. Broomball in the slot.
Well, a huge play here on 3rd and 8. Goes without saying. Elam in motion. Mortar fakes the handoff. Throws. Incomplete. Wow. Intercepted almost. It bobbled around 2 players. And the Bulldogs can only muster a yard after the turnover. And the last snap, if you remember, was way over the punter's head. So Mr. Walters, Nick Walters, needs to have a good snap here. Let Mr. Broomball have an opportunity. Coach Pierce is calling 2 out of this formation. The last time he called 12, we punted the football. Let's see what happens. Low snap. Broomball's got it. And a good kick. It's good driving, but Clark back to the 10-yard line. 15, he's still running, and he's going to be brought down about the 20-yard line, maybe
this
the
is
25.
A holding call against the Bulldogs. So you'd bring it back maybe and let them kick it again.
Negates a good punt by Broomball.
I wonder, do they have the option of putting it on the end of the run? I believe they do. I would make them punt too.
I wouldn't. I'd push him. I'd push him back and make us punt again.
Yeah, I think the holding occurs on during the punt, so we still have possession, so it's marked off from where we had the ball. But again, a penalty is going to give, unless Broomball can really get a toe on one, excellent field possession for the Spartans.
So now we're sitting at 4th and 18, 8:07 left here in the 4th quarter. 26-22 Milton Union. Milton having to punt. Good snap. Broomball's got it, and
nice
he
punt.
absolutely
Nice
drills
punt.
one down to the 20, 25-30. He cuts back, 35, and tackled at the 48-yard line. A great return by number 12, Clark. He's just had one phenomenal night.
It's almost like Broomball outkicked his coverage, and it gave the guy enough opportunity to get some running room, and now, once again, great field position for the Spartans.
So with 7:52 remaining, the Spartans are just 52 yards away from taking a lead here in the 4th quarter. Both teams are
have left it on the field. They are tired.
Absolutely.
It is trudging to their spots.
A lot of football left to play. 7:52.
Henson has the football, drops the throw.
Going
Pressure
long,
by Brown.
going long.
We've got a one-on-one opportunity.
That's an interference.
It isn't going to matter. It's caught. What a catch at the 9-yard line.
Never turn back to look for it.
That's J.T. Ferguson, number 2 on the catch. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. And that was the first time our size at corner has really come into play tonight.
That's so true, and really the first time that Valley View has tested it down the field.
True.
First big play down the field on us.
Have to give a shout out, though, to their head coach, Ken Moyer, on that call. I mean, he gets great field position after the punt, and he just says, let's go for it. And away they went. Now it's going to be up to the Bulldog defense to see if they can keep them out of the end zone.
Henson in shotgun. Motions Clark to his right. Hands it to, no, he keeps it. And he rolls, and he throws, incomplete. Connor Yates all over him.
Good pressure by Yates.
2nd down and goal from the 7. There's still over half a quarter left here. Plenty of time.
A lot of time.
Play clock at 10. Henson's got the snap. He rolls right. He throws. It's incomplete.
Nice coverage.
Third down and 7 from the 7.
I think they've got a little fancy here. I would have given it to Clark at least once there with the night he's had. But now they're almost in a sure passing down.
Oh, yeah, I got to throw now.
Yeah. Henson's had a great game. 10 for 16, 176 yards, 1 interception, and I've got him down for 2 TDs.
And again, 4 down territory for sure.
Only mistake he made was the interception tonight.
So true.
3rd and 7. Clark flanked right. Bulldog crowd makes some noise. Pressure on. Flag on the play. Henson rolls. He's at the 5. He's in the end zone. I don't think it's going to count. And the Valley View people are going to lose their minds. But there is a flag on the field. Probably a situation where you got an illegal formation. You have an illegal formation.
Offsides on Valley View. This plays into our hand 2 ways. It takes another touchdown off the field and moves them back even farther.
He should have 3rd and 12. But that flag came out way early.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have been a false start. It had to be an illegal formation. So 3rd and 12. And the Bulldog fans are making some noise here.
3rd touchdown off the board.
It's unreal.
That's a trivia question. That's just incredible.
10 seconds left on the play clock.
You got 1-on-1 down at the bottom of your
5, 3. He's got it. It's a quick screen. And they're all over it. The question is, can they make a play? Can they make a play? They do make a play. I mean, they were all over it. 4th down and 12.
All right, huge play here.
Bubble screen did not work that time. 6:45 and counting. There were Bulldogs all over the place.
Okay, so watch the size advantage that they have on the outside with Troy Hypes and J.T. Ferguson.
Troy Hypes hasn't had a catch tonight. He's number 19.
This might be jump ball territory here.
Number 19 down at the bottom. Snap. Set. It's a quick screen. And it's covered! It's covered. Ball's loose! And he's down right there. It's going to be Bulldog football at the 20. That's Lane all over it.
Ethan Lane sniffed it out. He was waiting for it.
And they imploded from the 7.
Great
They had
play
first
by
and
Ethan.
goal at the 7, and they lost 7 in 4 plays. And it's first and 10 Bulldogs at the 14.
That is the defensive play of the game, bar none. What an outstanding play.
He didn't bite. He was waiting.
Can Milton Union put together 2 or 3 first downs here to get this clock into a winnable position? 6:11 to go. Plenty of time for both teams. Broomball split down at the bottom. Low snap. Handed to Newmeyer. Newmeyer! He's running, and he ran for 6. And he said, not on my field.
Newmeyer dishing it out a little bit.
The senior wants to win. 2nd and 4 from the 26-yard line. Pickerel brings the play in. Brown out. 5:40 and counting here on the Memorial Stadium scoreboard. Snap, low again, handed to Newmeyer, cuts it up. He's going to gain 2, and we're got a flag on the field, and another flag on the field. Looks like we're going to have a holding call here against Milton Union.
I think there was a couple flags.
Same play, though. We've got holding on Milton. Wow, so we go from 3rd and 3 to approximately 2nd and 14. Tired grab.
Must have been pretty obvious. There were 2 guys that threw flags.
That's correct. So 2nd and 14 from the 16-yard line.
Don't need to get all this in one play. Just get a chunk of it.
Find 7.
Get a chunk and give yourself a chance on 3rd down. Now we're 4 out.
Low snap, blitz, pressure, and he's just going to eat it after a gain of maybe 1. It'll be 3rd and 13. There's just no time there, and he's not going to make a mistake. 4:47 and counting on the clock.
That's just smart play by Mortar there to avoid a turnover and live to play another down.
Nothing silly here. Get some yards, get a good punt from Broomball, and batten down the hatches.
So we've not seen our tight end all night. If there's ever been an opportunity down the seam, if you could spread the field, maybe this is it.
Try to split these safeties.
Yeah, Broomball's by himself out here.
Yep, it's 1-on-1. No win, no opportunities there. Ferguson all over it.
Cramp.
He's going to have to punt.
Broomball's got a punt, and he just had a big cramp.
Yeah, he's having a tough time running. .408. And once again, after a huge turnover, we've had 2 huge turnovers to stop drives. We are unable to get a first down.
Need good coverage here. Good punt and get some coverage.
Low snap, he's got it. Good high kick.
Good punt, another good
hit
punt.
At the 48-yard line. And we've missed him twice. We've missed him 4 times. And down he goes. Clark is very, very difficult. Tackled by Walters, number 72. Well, it's 42-yard line at 3:58. 42 yards from the lead for Valley View.
And Valley View's got 2 timeouts.
The last possession, they drove to the 7, and then were unable to score. Timeout, Milton Union.
That's a smart break by the coach.
It's good timeout.
Yep, let's let these guys catch
Good
a breath.
timeout. Get some water. We got 4 minutes to play. It's going to come down to this drive. Can we stop them? I don't know. Pick six would be nice about now.
Yeah, it would. Give me a pick six.
Valley View has exploited our pressure with that inside screen all night. It's something that we stopped on that big fourth down play down here. But for the most part, they've been very successful with it. Let's see what he goes to. He's also had some great runs out of Jake Clark, who's just wearing down the Bulldog defense with his carries.
So Henson flanked by Clark. Henson's got him. Throws a quick slant. I guess that's more of a turnaround, and it's incomplete. Second down and 10.
Let's watch out for the screen here.
An absolute battle of wills now. Both teams exhausted.
So I'm looking close on the field. Help me out. Do I see Broomball on the field?
I do not. Elam's back in position.
4 wide again.
Henson under pressure. Waits. Couldn't get him. He's still up. And then he's brought down. He stepped out of bounds, actually, at the 43-yard line. A loss of 1. Here comes Blake back onto the field. Number 9 was in for Blake those first 2 plays.
So huge third down here for the Spartans.
They lost 2 on it. It's actually third and about 12 with 3:46 to go.
They're going to need about 7 or 8 yards here to go for it on fourth down. Otherwise, if we can stop them here.
4 down territory.
Down the middle.
It's a jump ball. It's incomplete. Wow. It's Connor Gibson.
Number 5 and number 16 for the Bulldogs, Connor Gibson and Pickrell. Matt Pickrell in coverage, broke that up.
Pickrell and Gibson down there.
Defense.
If I'm Valley View, I'm punting the football here, right?
No way.
Field position, 340. They haven't completed a pass in their last 6.
They're throwing.
Looks like they are going to go.
I would have leaned in on punting here the way their defense is played.
I would agree.
We'll see what happens.
Fourth
it's a
and
gutsy
11.
call.
Henson under pressure, throws. It's a one-on-one. It's incomplete. Way out of bounds.
Big play. Broomball was all over him.
Valley View with 2 timeouts left. Milton Union is a couple first downs away from winning the football game.
That's right. We gotta get a couple first downs. Will do it.
Jake Brown is absolutely exhausted. Trevor Brazina stretching out his legs. This line is tired. Most of them going both ways.
That's right. In the heat, long night. Got to dig in here. Got to dig in.
Walters. It's up to the Hogs up front now. 1st and 10. Ball's handed. It's Elam. He cuts it up. He's got 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 from the 49-yard line. Great run by Michael.
Big run by Elam. That was big.
And those are fresh legs, really. The workhorse tonight's been Newmeyer with 18 carries for 74 yards. Elam's been the next heaviest carrier with 6 carries, but only his 2nd carry in the second half right there and for 8 yards. Great call, great run.
Game clock at 12. 2:55. 5 seconds on the play clock. Newmeyer pounds. That's a first down for Milton Union. He's got it.
Newmeyer with the carry. 42 had the tackle.
First down, Milton Union.
Move the chains. That's what we needed.
Clock running, 2:40. Again, Valley View with just 2 timeouts.
Now, patience. This is where Nate Mortar's patience. Watch that play clock. It's in his line of sight. Let her tick down. And he's watching it.
5 seconds on the play clock. Fake the broom ball. Newmeyer cuts it up, and he pounds and grounds all the way for about 5 yards. Timeout, Valley View. A gain of 5, 2nd and 5, 2:14 to go. 26-22 Milton Union. We are 1 first down away, Coach.
Valley View's got 1 timeout left.
Guys, I can't say enough about this offensive line. Walters, Berzina, Kurtz, Brown, Lane, they have controlled the point of attack, moved the pile when they had to. They are stepping up and having a fantastic game. And Blake Newmeyer, it just seems to find another burst of energy and continue to carry the ball. Over 20 carries tonight for 80-plus yards.
And what's great about that, Scott, is that they are the defensive line as well for the most part. And have been able to control the trenches here in the 4th.
Those guys going both ways all night.
That's an excellent point. The credit really needs to be spread across. It is a team effort, but boy, the line has played phenomenal on both sides of the ball and put all kinds of pressure on Caden Henson of Valley View. Here we go.
Second down, 6. Mortar hands it to Elam. Cuts back, he's hit, and he's brought down after a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
So they'll stop the clock again, and they're going to let this series of downs define whether they get the ball back or
and
not.
Valley View is out of timeouts at 2:08. And so if Milton can find 7 yards on 3rd and 7, they have an opportunity to run the clock out in victory formation.
And Valley View with no timeouts left.
So what do you do, Scott? You run the football here, let the clock run. They're out of timeouts. So take another 40 seconds off.
I look for Valley View. That this is an interesting position for the ball for the Bulldogs. If we spread out the field and see what they give us, it'll be very interesting. Coach Pierce is discussing this now. I think Valley View has had the most success when they brought everyone. And I look for them to bring it on this play. The linebackers, everybody coming at Mortar. It'll be a blitz that would look like a run-pass blitz. They'll cover on the outside and challenge Mortar to make a play through the air with the blitz, obviously hoping to stop the run.
Maybe try to get Broomball on the wide side of the field here with the ball, give him some space to run in.
So Broomball is lining up behind Mortar.
In the backfield. Oh, we fumbled it. And pitched to Broomball. And now it's just backyard football. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. He went out of bounds. 1:59. And it's 4th down and 3. And that was a mess. And where the clock should be running right now.
Let's get a nice punt, pin them down, give them a long field.
It would have been better if he'd just fallen on it, on the fumble. Well, here's a punt of his life. Let's see if he can put it in the coffin corner somewhere. Low snap. He fumbles it a little bit, gets rid of it. It's a line drive. It's a good kick. It's going to hit at the 10, but it's going to go in the end zone. And it's going to be 152 and 80 yards for glory for the Spartans.
No timeouts for the Spartans. But as much as they're going to throw the ball.
I know it. Man.
Not going to matter.
I would have liked it to be about 112. Just didn't work out. If you'd asked Coach Pierce at the beginning of the game, you want a 4-point lead with 1:52 to go, he'd have been
Absolutely.
happy.
Just got to get a stop here. Let's get a stop.
It's going to fall to the sophomore, Caden Henson.
strong arm, great game. He's going to have to throw to win it.
Now you got single coverage at the top of the screen and no deep safety.
Henson throws to the outside. It's caught, and Broomball makes the play out of bounds at the 22-yard line, gain of 8. Second down and then.
Nice tackle by Broomball. Let nothing gets behind us. Nobody gets behind us.
Gain of 2, second down and 8. 145. I thought maybe the clock might continue to run there, but it stepped out of bounds at 145.
So again,
nobody behind us, fellas. Nobody
is,
behind us.
We do not have a deep safety. We're going man up with these guys right here.
Yates blitz. Blitz on both corners. Throws. Caught and dropped. Incomplete. It's third down. That was number 3, Austin Stidham, who dropped the football. Third down, 8. And again, if he caught that ball, the clock would have been running. And it would have been third and about 3. But third and 8 from the 22-yard line.
Good pressure there. We got some pressure on him. That was good. Yates getting in there again. We got 4 wide.
Looks like a 3-man rush. Henson pumps, looks. He's going to run the football. 30, 35, 40, 45 out of bounds at the 50-yard line. A great run from the quarterback, Henson. We rushed 3 that time. He found a seam. 1:29 to go. First and 10 at the 50.
Good coverage downfield. Jake Brown is spent.
Jesse Kurtz to replace him.
What an effort by Henson, the sophomore. What a great third down conversion. You have to give him credit.
3 wide left, Henson. He's got one-on-one at the top. He's hit. It's a one-on-one ball, and it is incomplete. Matt Pickrell got a hand in there and knocked it out. And it looked for all the world that Troy Hypes was going to get a football at 6'5" at the goal line. But a great play from Pickrell.
He had it. That was a good throw, and Pickrell knocked it out.
I think he's down, too. We got an injury. 1:21 to go. We've got people down everywhere. We've got cramping over here. Jake Brown at the 40. We've got Pickrell over here down. Next man up here for another minute 20.
Rub some dirt on it.
We got to find a way to get these guys down in bounds because the clock isn't going anywhere.
What was time on the clock when they took over in this drive?
Scott, did you write that down?
I did not.
It was 140, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
It's only been 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
Number 7 for the Bulldogs has replaced Pickrell, who's injured on the sideline. That's Andrew Collins in the game. He's down here at the bottom trying to guard.
Nobody behind us. Nobody behind us.
This is a bad set.
Make a play here, Yates.
Quick pass down. It's caught, and the clock's going to run. 14, 13, 12, 1:11. It's third down and 12 from the 48-yard line. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Third and 12. Collins down here with 6'5". Troy Hypes.
Nothing behind us.
He's going to run the football, and he's down. It's a -3. 37 seconds to go. It's fourth down and 15. There's 30 seconds to go.
Prevent here.
Here's the game.
Prevent.
24 seconds to go. They're not in formation yet. 20. He's got time. He's looking. He's running out of time. He finds a man sideline. It's Clark.
First down.
40, and he steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
One more play.
2.8 seconds to go. First down, Valley View at the 38. Unbelievable football game tonight at the stadium. There's 2.8 seconds left. They have no timeouts left. I'd take a timeout if I were the Bulldogs, just to rest. It looks like we're going to call timeout. We are going to call timeout.
Get your defense set.
All you got to do is keep them in the field of play.
Get everybody in front of you.
Pickerel is back on the field. Neumeyer's on the field.
Last play of the game.
I think they ought to have practice tomorrow early, Coach. What do you think? Throw them out there.
So help me out on pass interference in high school.
15 yards.
15 yards.
From the spot of the snap.
Of the snap, okay.
So if you're in a bad position here, tackle him, right? Is that what you're saying, Scott?
I'm just thinking that what would extend the game, a defensive pass interference would extend the game. But right now, this kid's got the arm to throw it in the end zone.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to throw a jump ball to the 6'5" guy.
I think that's exactly what I would do.
Get Broomball on him. Get Broomball over there. Wherever he goes, Broomball goes.
I asked the
and
coach.
Yates, get in there and get some pressure on this guy, Yates. Don't make it easy on him.
How are you going to cover these tall guys? He said, we're going to jump. It's going to happen right now.
3-man rush. 5 blockers. Henson back to pass. We're in a Hail Mary. Brown's all over him. It's a Hail Mary situation. It's 50-50. It is incomplete. And the Bulldogs have won the football game. The Bulldogs have won the football game. 26-22 over the Valley View Spartans. Pandemonium here at the stadium. What a great football game.
And this is, and there's going to be a ceremony, this is Coach Pierce's 100th victory.
Wow.
That is outstanding. What a way to earn it tonight.
What a better way to get your 100th victory than a game like this.
And it was a battle of attrition. Man, it's 10:50 at night, and we have won the football game.
And I tell you what, Jake Brown came in and had nothing left and found it. Jake Brown found it on that last play and got pressure on him.
The game of the week did not disappoint here in the
Absolutely.
Miami Valley.
My goodness.
And tell you what, kid still threw a heck of a pass. He still threw a nice ball into the end zone.
He's a handful for a sophomore.
Give 100% credit to the Bulldogs. These guys left it all on the field. Coach
Absolutely.
Pierce called a great game. Outstanding effort by Milton. But Valley View is going to get on that bus and think nothing more about 3 penalties that called back 3 scores.
That's correct.
Just unbelievable.
Well, next week we travel to Oakwood. And so for Scott Seaman and the coach,
Oh, wait a
Andy,
second, Coach. We're going to have a little.
I forgot about the ceremony.
We got a ceremony
I'm sorry.
out here for Coach Pierce. Coach Pierce's 100th victory.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
We would like to congratulate Coach Pierce, not only on the big win tonight, but this is also his 100th win.
So Coach Pierce getting the game ball after his 100th victory. Couldn't ask for a better game. Great effort. Great effort by the Bulldogs. I'm not sure what else they could have done.
I don't know. Left it on the field and got the W.
Congratulations, Coach Pierce, on his 100th victory.
Congratulations, Coach. All right. Now,
For Scott Seaman, the coach, Andy Grafflin, this is
Or
Brett Barnes.
Or Grudich.
Yeah, Grudich.
Grafflin will appreciate the shout-out, though.
I'm tired, coach. We won.
That's right.
We'll see you next week from Oakwood.